Hello, chat. How's it going? 1 second, Jayhawk. Wait a second. I gotta turn my lights on. There we go. Hello. How are we doing? We are less than 80 members of 6.7k members in Discord. So. Speaking of that, I turned on the. I kind of forgot that I had Me6. I kicked from the Discord. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. That said. 6.7k is cool. But you know what's cooler than 6.7k? 6767. Now, that's significantly better, no? That's just simply a better number. Shitpiss, you need professional help, man. You actually need professional help. How many pages of friends do you have? /F list. 200. Wait! Peak number! Wait! Yo, server with the assist! Bro, actually coming in with the assist for a peak number. Holy shit. Wait, that's actually insane. I was not expecting that. Just joined, what's happening? What's the max? Oh, I have no idea. We just found out that I have a really interesting number of friends on my friends list. Actually coming in with the assist right there. Right, chat. I'm gonna be going back to the old faithful today. At least for a little bit. I cannot guarantee that I'll be staying with chills all day. But I am gonna be going back to it for at least a bit of time. If I don't get an auto recon talisman after, I don't know, like an hour and a half, then maybe it's time to hang up the towel. Maybe it's time to hang up the towel and do something more consistent. Because I gotta make 600 mil in the next 3 days. Yeah, that's not great. I have not been quite as locked in as I should have been over the last few days. I'll admit, not entirely my fault. Not entirely my fault. I've had things that I've had to do. But yeah, it's not great. Not great. Why only 3 days? Well, the video comes out on Saturday. Oh yeah, it's not 3 days, is it? It's actually 2 days. Ooh, okay, we might be fucked. It's fine. I can get by with a little less money. Because it's not like I can't make money in dungeons. And I think Friday's gonna have to be the E-Man carries. Yeah, Fridays are gonna have to be the E-Man carries. So, and tomorrow might be an incredibly long stream. Tomorrow might be an extremely long stream. What class are you gonna run? Healer, for the, healer after M4. Or healer from M4 and onwards, I should say. So yeah, we might, tomorrow might be first an extremely long stream. Second, yeah, we're a little cooked. I think I can get E-Man 7 in 1 day. Like, I can get carried to E-Man 7 in 1 day easily. 200 carries in a day isn't that bad. Like, that's pretty fine, to be honest with you. Did you start dungeons yet? No, we don't start until, next week, because, well, we don't start until Sunday, technically, or Saturday, actually. Because of video stuff. This is, this episode 4 is the final episode of prep, basically. And episode 5 is the start of dungeons. I hate taking showers on humid days, bro. I just hate taking showers in general, I'll be honest. I'll keep it 100. I do not like showers. Then again, I don't like water. So, I guess that kind of makes sense. If I hit chills with a wooden axe, I can't capture them in my black hole. I'm assuming that's because you do too much damage. You've got to get them under 40 health. Yo, shitpiece, you gotta chill, brother. You gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. Baths are so good. I just don't like water in general. Like, genuinely. Like, I do it because of, you know, being clean, and I don't want to be nasty. But, like, bro, I just fucking hate water. It's horrible. I hate the sensation of being wet. It is actually just a bad feeling. Whether you're submerged in water, you don't go, like, swimming in summer. I do it as a social activity. I swim as a social activity. I fucking despise it. Like, I actually despise being in water. It is horrible. How much prep for floor 0? I mean, it's more that I don't once I'm done with prep, I don't want to leave dungeons, basically. Baths are just sitting in your own dirt. Real, though. Real and true. But yeah, I don't know, man. Now, are you a cat? I don't believe so. Although I guess, I don't know, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But like what? Oh, man. I'm gonna... Hello there. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna edit that in, when it comes to the video, I'm gonna edit that to make it seem like I'm, like, the most typical skyblock player ever. Get rid of any viable potential, like, any potential valid reasoning for me not liking water. I'm just gonna sound like the nastiest guy on planet. Trust me, trust me. What's the max cat levels for floor, like, M5 to M7 that you'll play with? M7, I'll probably do max at, like, 40, I guess. M5... I don't know. I actually don't know. M5 won't be that high. 36, 37, maybe? How do you optimize the damage? I just turned off a lot of sources. Whether it's turning off attributes, whether it's turning off potion effects, whether it's using Mastiff armor, whether it's even using something like a tree cap because it has a really low... Because tree cap, when it's reforged, has 0 base stats. Making it a lot easier to optimize than other weapons. There's so many different things you can turn off to optimize your damage. Or turn off or do to optimize damage. Is it a pain in the ass? Yeah, absolutely. It's an absolute pain in the ass. Either that or wearing, like... Look at how my arm... Chat, look at how my M7 at Kata 40 sounds so bad. Correct. But I don't care about efficiency. Like, it's not gonna be... If it's the whole team, I mean, it's absolute... I mean, what? 40 is the maximum level. What pets are you using? Black Cat for speed. 40 is the max level here. What did you do to make 400 mil, and how long did it take? I don't know, a couple days. To sell or fuse? Fuse. Chills are a fusion shard. Yo, shitpiss, brother. Please, man. Just for the love of God. Like, it's getting old, man. It's getting really old. It's getting real old. It's getting real old. But yeah, it's only this is not like, I mean, Kata 40 isn't terrible, to be fair. Like, I've done many Kata 40 runs on my main profile to Kata 50. But like, yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be running full team Kata 40 consistently. What should I do to make 4 bill? I really need Greg and 1500 MP for Infernal Kudra. You could forage, you could mine, you could farm, you could hunt. There's a... Oh! Let's go! Finally! Oh my god! I got it! Oh! This has taken so long! This has taken so long! You do not understand how long that's taken to get. Oh my goodness. You do not understand how long I've been waiting for that. Oh! I've been waiting years. Wait, let me... Hold on. Stop that. Wait a second. Why would you scream so loud? It's just a 1% chance. Because I do not get them that regularly. They are not a 1% chance for me. I mean, they were for like the first week, but like... No, someone else needs Infernal Kudra. I don't know which way to go. I love combat. Hunting is the most combat-related money-making method, realistically, that makes good money. Why don't you have lava buckets? Oh, they run out of, because I've been hypercatalyzing them. I've been putting these goobers in. No, you fuck. Why do you still have the lava buckets then? Well, because once I finish my iron collection, I'm gonna put the buckets in whatever minion I get next. Have you even started dungeons yet? No. Okay, now, so how the fuck did you get here? Did you see Fear 5S on Candy Pan Vid? I didn't watch the whole video, I saw a bit of it. How did... Okay. Alright, sure thing, I guess. Okay. 16 build from tier 4 Kudra since sub 120 runs, but like... Time is like 15 hours and downtime is bad. Indeed, downtime is bad. You are right. Wow, a recon... GG. What? Why did bro get one-tapped? That ain't right. That ain't correct. By the way, I'm probably once I'm finished with M7, I'm definitely gonna come back and try a few retry a couple of methods. Because I'll have better stuff. I'll have stuff. Like I'll have some stuff to actually use then. Or like at least I want to come back and do chills once I have access to a Shadow Fury. Because obviously Shadow Fury makes this significantly better. Less time running around. Are we real? Are we actually real? You killed your friend for what? How are we doing on here? 713. Honestly, new haircut? Yeah, it's a little on the short side. It's a little on the short side for me. I'm not a big fan, I'll be honest. Speedrun Isles quest so you can one-tap in Crimson with, so Kudra is part of the next series. Kudra has no place in this series specifically. But it is in the next one. Y'all can really play this game for 10 hours a day. I mean, I don't. I don't even come close to playing this game for 10 hours a day. At least not anymore. Back in the old Blaze days, that's a different story. Back before YouTube was a thing, that's a different... Like, okay, in the E-Man speedrun and back before YouTube was a thing, then that's a whole different story. Thoughts on guild raids coming out in the next 5 years? Has that been confirmed? Has guild raids been confirmed? Which mob I hunt with 100 hunt fortune? Chills are pretty good. Hideon Leaf is pretty good. Miner zombies are pretty good. Most of which require fusions. Hideon doesn't require fusions actually. It's pretty good on its own, actually. Thinking about it. Let's see, what else have we got? Ghosts are really good. Ghosts are very good. Although ghosts require more than one player, so less good. That said, if you can one-tap comfortably with a glowstone gauntlet, then you do not hunt ghosts and you just run around and stab them. Seer and Obsidian Defender? No, I killed those. I may or may not have, lowering my damage for chills is so hard. It's not that bad. It is not that deep. They confirmed first raid is coming. That has absolutely nothing to do with guilds. The word raid and guild raid are two vastly different things. They said that the Citadel is a raid, yes. They did not say it is a guild raid. They are very different activities. Like, guild raids are... Yeah, guild raids are very different. That said, bro. So, I'm not 2 levels, so I find lowering my damage really annoying. Once again, it's not that hard. I was able to one-tap chills on my main. So, like, once again, it's not that bad. Mastiff, tree cap, no attributes. Couple of potions off. Since tree cap has 0 base stats. That's really annoying. It really isn't. Like, how? That's like 4 buttons. Like, it's not that bad. Turning off all my attributes. / HP. Hunting box. Where is it? Oh, you can't turn them all... Wait, I could have sworn you could turn them all off. Oh, never mind. My bad. I could have sworn that you could actively turn them all off. Never mind. My bad. My bad. Kind of forgot it. That's potions that you can do that. Yeah, my bad. Then you forget you turn them all off and wonder why you're so weak. Bro, real though. Actually real. I've done that multiple times. I have wondered why I'm so weak and then been like, oh, right, yeah. What? What? Yo! Chat, I have seemingly got a reputation here. Why only 3 days left? Because of videos. Because of videos. This Saturday's video is the final preparation episode. It's the final prep episode. Next week, dungeons. He's a power bottom. Okay, I genuinely don't know what that means. I'll keep it 100. I genuinely don't know. Any explanations are warranted, I guess. Power and fire don't go well together. Hey! Hey! I hold power over certain skyblock markets. That's about it. Basically a dominant bottom. Oh. Well, considering the fact that I'm a maneuverable entity. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, man. Look, man. I want to make myself seem as good as possible, but considering the fact that I am extremely light and I'm a maneuverable entity. Yeah, I don't know, brother. How much MP do you need for F7? Oh, barely anything. F7, like 500-ish. 600. Finished most of the data models for my skyblock tool / helper creator for datasets like loop-pools, bizarre products. Ooh, let's go. Wait, that's actually huge. Wait, that's actually huge. We have lost the plot, damn right. There was never any plot. Which mob is best for pure hunting? I think either Hellwisp or Hideon Leaf. I mean, technically Ghost, actually. I think Ghost is technically best for pure hunting in a party. Solo, I think Hideon Leaf might actually be the best pure hunt. And I'm saying that seriously. Like, pure hunts just aren't that good, with the exception of Ghost. But, obviously, Ghost requires some gear. And friends. What's your overall playtime / PT? I should be over 100. Yeah, 106 hours. Although, that said, how much of that is on my private island? 11 hours. So, we're still under 100 hours of active playtime. We are still just under 100 hours of active playtime. I AFK way too much on this account, on this profile, by the way. I spend way too much AFK. It's getting to be a problem. I can craft an artifact. Where is it? Where's the recommed one? I actually get to sell one of these for reasonable money. I actually get to sell one of these for reasonable coin. Finally. Epic. Lowest tier. 9.4 mil. 9.4 mil. Actually, I should put it up for 9 mil. That way it'll sell much easier. You are 5.7 mil. Oh my goodness, this feels great. Tips for getting social XP as a non-famous chud. Lowball. Oh. Oh, bro. I forgot to claim them. Alright, W, I guess. 640 Agatha's coupons. Holy. Not ace. By the way, chat, not a single. I did not get one. I did not get one Starling thingy, whatever the fuck it is, from that. I did not get one. How many whispers was it? I don't think it was that many whispers. Yeah, I mean, look, in terms of the whispers, it's because most of them are like common and uncommon shards. Or most of them were uncommon and uncommon because I've been doing a lot of non-chill hunting. Do you think Hypixel would nerf the Guardian pet soon? Probably not. I don't think soon, but I can definitely see it being nerfed for sure. Sell forest essence. Oh yeah. We got 2 million coins. Let's go. That's fucking worthless. How much does chills make now? I mean, it's still a pretty solid 50. Depending on RNG. Only 600k whispers is diabolical. As I said, most of them were like common and uncommon contests. Like there was only a few actual high tier contests in there. Yo, what? Chills make about 50 and even more with fusion? Yeah, chills are nice, man. They're good. They're good. Like, I think until the point where I'm able to kill ghosts comfortably, chills are still just gonna be my favorite hunting method, man. Like, it's still just by far and away my favorite hunt. They're so fun. What should you fuse chills into? I believe either Troglodyte or Flash, depending on which one is at best at the time. But you can always check for yourself if there's any other fusions that are around. I know there is a bunch. Wouldn't it be better to do dungeons at this point because of pull, since you would make money and get XP at the same time? Yesn't. Whilst I would make money and get stuff at the same time, I would make money so much slower. Like, to the point that I don't think it would be. How long we got until... Okay, fair enough, I guess. The most common fusions? Yeah. I think Trog is very much, very down in the dumps at the moment. As far as I'm aware, Trog is very, cooked right now. What do you fuse chills with? You can look at that. You can look for that yourself. Trog is down bad. That is somewhat my fault. I am willing to take some fault for that. What do I need for ghost hunting? 3/4 decent crimson and a Reaper mask. Are you still fishing chills to Trog? No, of course not. I haven't done chills in a while, to be fair. But can't you get really... Cats 24 really fast? I can get Cats 24 in a day anyway. It doesn't matter. Whether it's Paul or not. It'll take me like one day to get Cats 24. What do you fuse into? Well, as I said, I haven't done chills in a while, so... Currently, I'm not. I have not touched them in a little while. I've been doing other things. Which, to be fair, odds are I will probably go and do other things as well. Again. Can you start letting me know that you're going to kill a shard before you do it? Thanks. My bad. In my defense, I kind of didn't really think about it. I didn't really think about it with Trog. And then I gave like three different hunts that fused to Trog and it just died. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. That's on me. Are you gonna buy carries? What, for E-Man? Absolutely. I'm thinking of a different shard. Oh, which one did I kill? Which other one? Oh, I'm thinking of a different one that made me money. Oh, really? Oh, really? Any tips for Tiny Dance with 200 milliseconds average? Lock in and keep doing it until you get it. That's all there is to it. You haven't killed it yet, but you might. Can you tell me what it is so I can avoid it? If I don't do it for dungeons, oh no, dungeons is a no carry zone. Flash next to kill, kind of difficult to kill Flash, I'll be honest. It's already such a well-known and such a common fusion that it's kind of hard to kill. Do you want tier 1 E-Man carries? No, probably not. Like, Flash is genuinely such a common one already. Ah. Ah. So, alright then, I'm giving you your, 3 days notice. I'm giving you your 3 days notice then. It is, because that is very much in the video, I'm afraid. It's already edited in. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad, brother, my bad. My bad. It's getting posted on Saturday. It's, same day. It's, that. Answer my question. How much money are you getting per stream? I don't know. Depends on what I'm doing. Some streams are 100 mil, some streams 60 mil. Depends, first on how long the stream is, second, what methods I'm doing. And third, depending on how much, whether I care enough to fuse off stream or not. But usually around 100-ish mil. Maybe a little bit more. That is usually because my streams are quite short, though. RNG? No. No. So, I'm assuming... That was another person's question. Wait, what? Oh, it was. My bad. Question. On your E-Man profile, what power stone did you use to get sub 60 bosses with FD armor and 770 MP? Shaded. Kinda need that. Do you know the best way to make profit after Tara now? Yeah, do the boss. And as for meter, you want to have it on Wasp. I gotta rune combobulate another recom. I've gotta recombobulate another talisman. There we go. What's the chat? I know there's a thing that's like I know there's like a pottery funder. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? I know there's a mod that gives like alerts when certain things happen in chat. I'm 90% sure it's Skyhanny, but it might be Skytills. And I remember it on 1.8.9 because I used to use it for dungeons. And now I don't remember what it is, but I do kind of need it. You can use title message. Use what now? Is that like mod name or setting name? How to turn on the floating weapon in no frills. It is right there in view model. It's a setting. Okay. Assuming it's Sky Honey, because that's the mod that I mentioned. In which case, I will probably turn that on for... we got a guy, man. Look, if I can't have him, he can't either. Hold up. Let me just get a better axe out. 1 second. I just gotta yes, I'm this petty, okay, shut up. If I can't have him, no one can. How long have you been playing Skyblock? Oh, brother, years. Actually, years. What, 6 years, maybe? I wanna say 6 years. Longer than anybody realistically should have been playing Skyblock. Look, it's a fun game, okay? Slightly addictive game, but it's a fun... No, not 7 years. Definitely not 7 years. That's too long. Why are you farming chills? Money. Money. And gambling. And gambling. Like, look, it's fun, okay? Look, gambling makes this game... Gambling makes the world go round. There we go. What's Mito for tower is actually cooked now? Price went down to 17.8. Bro, look, I don't do... I have been an early game player for, like, what, the last 3 months. I don't know. I don't do Tarantula anymore. I haven't done Tarantula in ages. Like, there's no point in asking me these questions because I don't know. Like, I can answer based on knowledge that I had and knowledge that I get through other people. But, like, I don't know, man. Do you miss the old Skyblock? No. Not at all. Isn't Skyblock's 7th birthday tomorrow? Oh, wait, is it? Holy. Wait, that's actually insane. All bro does is chill shots. This is literally not even remotely true. Bro, hold on a minute. Let me just, Okay, so chill shots are my second most, expensive shard. But there's quite a lot of shards on here that I've done. There's quite a few on here. There's quite a lot, actually. And they are not all chill. They're definitely not all chills. I do quite a variety of different things. In fact, chills are probably one of my least hunted shards over the last 2 weeks. Chills are probably, like, one of my least hunted shards for the last 2 weeks, I think. I've done anything but chills. You can check in the... Oh, it is? Yeah, it is. Damn. What? How? How did that even... How does that even happen? Chills only make like 15 mil an hour? Oh no, they make way more than that. You're thinking of how much chills make if you're selling only... If you're literally only selling chill shards at, yeah, if you're literally only selling chill shards. You gotta remember that chills drop a funny thing called talismans, and if you auto-recombobulate them, then you can sell those for 9 million coins each. And then the fact that chill shards are a fusion shard, not a pure shard. I live to rage bait. I think you're quite bad at your job. I don't think you're very good. You should probably train a little harder. 9 mil, that's less than a recon. No way. Really? Really? Is it worth selling the Crimson Essence from Basil's or just keep it? I don't know. Probably sell it, I guess. What do you fuse them with? I'm afraid I don't say fusions on stream. Zappo, what's good? Any fusions get said in videos, not on streams though, I'm afraid. Favorite shots farm? Oh, I mean, my favorite's still, actually, no, my favorite's Ghost. Gatekeeping the method. No, I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep the method. I say them all on videos. How are you limiting your damage? Tree Cap has low stats. In fact, it has 0 base stats, so it's only got Reforged stats. I have Young Dragon Armor, which doesn't have combat stats. I'm using a Black Cat, which also doesn't have damage stats. You can turn off attributes, you can turn off potion effects. There's a million and one ways to limit damage. I am also, I believe, I'm using a Sighted, which also doesn't give any damage from MP. Recom Talisman is worth. That's because it's not actively recommed. It's auto recommed. That is all. Yeah. If you're combat 60, can you do this method? Oh yeah. You can do this on a hypermax profile. Like I could do this comfortably on my old man. It's just it just means you have to turn off more things and use Mastiff armor. How do you manage to auto recom a talisman? So there is a talisman called the auto recombobulator. Where is it? There it is. There's a talisman called the auto recombobulator, which grants a 1% chance to automatically recombobulate drops you get from enemies. So every now and then. Song. Injection by Rise Against. Don't really know why I just pinned that. Fair enough, I guess. Wouldn't it be better to invest the 400 million into something to make extra money rather than just keeping it in purse? No, because it wouldn't make me money. There's nothing that I could invest it into that would make me more money than anything that I'm doing at the moment. How much money does this make? About 50 to 60 mil. It's a little RNG dependent. So some hours could only be like 40. But it averages out to around 60. 50 to 60. Do you have to craft the recombobulator artifact with all... No, just you only need one. But you have to put it in the top left-hand corner. Why are you going for specifically 1.6? It's not really specifically 1.6. I'm okay with being a little under. It's just 1.6 is around the amount of money that I need to get everything that I want. Including Terminator, Enderman carries, 850 magical power, and some basic gear. You can put it into a Bazaar flip or something you can have running in the background, because your purse doesn't make anything. Yeah, I know. I just don't really want to flip. First, I don't really like flipping. Mostly, is my main thing there. Second, keeping it in the purse is a good way to let viewers know what we have. And is a good way to have visual progress. If it just stays in the bazaar, then there's no visual progress to people. I have the same amount of money until suddenly I don't. Or I have the same amount until suddenly we're done. There's no, like, there's no progression throughout the video. Now, why are we doing chills? Because they make money. RNG Mythra on Star or Recom? I think it's Star. Oh, something went ding dong. That was Doralius. Damn, brother is milking this the Q&A session. God damn. Maybe you killed miners a bit too much. Same with Hideons and damned all the fucking fusions. Yeah, that's just wrong. That's just simply incorrect. Don't Zealots make more than this? Not even close. Anyway, to increase profits on chills. Kill them faster. Get more efficient. Hunter Fortune is like 100 and... On common shards, I've got about 150, I think. Then Black Hole gives a chance to drop an extra shard. There's a couple of funny little things. The max you can get is 6. What pay are you using? Black Cat. I remember making 60 mil an hour doing Zealots. How? Like, literally how? Because I don't believe I've ever even got close to those numbers from Zealots. Like, actually how? If I want to do chills, I need them to be below 40 HP when you hit them. Yes, yes. Why don't you just rat? Good question, man. Good question. That would be a lot more efficient, wouldn't it? You're like, there's no shot that you're getting 60 mil an hour off Zealots. I'm sorry. There just isn't. Even with FD leveling. Every time I come to your stream, you'll find me. Then darlings, you've come in at like the worst times. This is, I think, this is like the second time I've done this in 2 weeks. What mod do you use to highlight them? Something called Entity Highlighter. It is in Outgrow's Discord server. You are fusing them with something. I am, yes. Diana, with max tracking and perfect Zealot setup, you can probably make that much? Yeah, probably. I still think that you're probably not. Okay, I'm not making 20 mil an hour. From what? Like, from which method? Because Hideons are still making an absurd amount of money. And miners still make a lot of money as well. The prices of the shards were like 20k per one. What, from Zealots? Then you did them at a really good time, because they haven't been, I don't know the date, I don't know when. When was the last time Zealots were that expensive? Like, I genuinely don't remember the last time that Zealot shards were that high. They haven't been that, did you leak Hellwisp shard farming? There's not really leaked, but I haven't, no, because I can't do it. Do I go E-Man 7 or get outside? Go E-Man 7. Zealot shards, if they were 20 mil, then they were almost certainly manipulated together. The last stream, I made 40 to 60. What, from Hideon? I'm assuming. Why just 3 days? Because Saturday is when the last video comes out of prep phase. After then, it's dungeon phase. When we move on after then. How much is the price of Hideon shards? Bro, they haven't even gone down. Like, what are we talking about? What are we saying? Bro, the shards, like, if you're talking about, if you're saying that you're making 30 to 40 mil an hour from Hideon now, then that's just incorrect, because they haven't even gone down. Second up, Miner Zombies is a possibility, but Miner Zombies are a fusion shard anyway. It's like, I don't know, man. Phase skipping with less than one build equipment was tough, but it was so inefficient, though. Like, it was cool, but good God, is it so inefficient, like. It was so much effort. Why don't you do Hideons, then? Because this makes about the same amount of money. And I like the RNG. Anyway, to any website / tracker to know which fusions are profitable, or you manually search it. How do you repeat fusions? You use something called Sky Honey fusion keybinds. Are you going to spend time on each floor, or just play with viewers and carry, like, M3 ready crate? No carry. There is no carries. Everything is via Party Finder. And so, I mean, some floors are I'm gonna spend a lot of time on some floors. Definitely gonna be spending a good bit of time on some floors. How high is too high kata? I'll probably give it... It depends on the floor, but I'll probably give it 3 to 4 kata levels above. Is max. But it really depends on the floor. You're gonna love F6 Party Finder. Bro, I don't care about F6 Party Finder. I can carry the floor. Like, what? Why would I care? Does it mean 30 rules where everyone has to be low or equal to your kata? No, because that's going to be next to impossible. What are you grinding the money for? Dungeons gear. F7 Party Finder is so bad. Yeah, that's why I'm only doing one F7. You're gonna get F6 carries until floor 7? Well, considering it's no carries in dungeons, probably not. What's your main money-making method? This and Hideon. What setup are you gonna buy? Terminator, Skeleton Pet, whatever the best gear that I can get for said floor is. Like, the armor and stuff is gonna be a bit different. When you do F7, you'll just get over-geared low-catter players because it's you. There's nothing I can do about that, man. What's your MP? Currently 713. We'll be about 850. We'll 850 is kind of the end goal. $1.6 billion is the net worth, not the purse. Oh, fuck. Although, actually, that's technically not true. My net worth will be about 2 billion. Like, my true net worth will be closer to 2 billion as opposed to 1.6. So I'm technically lying. But the other 400 mil or so is just not readable. When did you make this profile? A few weeks ago? 3 weeks now? 22 days ago. You at E-Man 7 already? No. Although it has 17 days of actual playing. I've only been actually on the profile for 17 of those days. How much MP do I need for E-Man tier 4? Is this to kill it or to kill it efficiently? Or I say efficiently, but in a reasonable amount of time. Sorry about my name, Twitch picked it out for me. Nah, you good. Vufstrog. Yo, Vufstrog, thank you for the follow. Peak name, by the way. How much playtime? Just under 100 hours of active playtime. Because we got 11 hours of private island AFK-age. I've also got some time of AFKing on the hub, but I can't actually calculate that because obviously the shiny pigs was in the hub. And there ain't much I can do about that. I like men. I'm sorry, we're kind of stuck. Yo, Striker, what's good? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Okay, a little bit laggy. 2 billion net with 100 hours is really good, all things considered. It's a good pace. So I disagree. Because net worth, it means so little. Like, net worth actually means so little. Like, look. You're like, yo, that's pretty good, but, like, I'm farming 19. I'm fishing 20. I'm mining 21. We're a really high foraging level, to be fair. Like, I'm enchanting 25. I'm alchemy 18, I mean. And alchemy, mining, fishing, and farming are all from shiny pigs. The only reason I have any XP in those whatsoever is from shiny picking. Like, yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool that it, you know, the net worth's great, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything when I have no progression elsewhere. Is the setup for this present in one of your vids? I mean, the setup is an axe and a black hole. That is literally the setup for it. It's just an axe and a black hole. You gotta optimize yourself from there. I mean, I'm using Young Dragon and a Black Cat for additional speed. But the actual setup for chills is literally axe, black, and black hole. It's up to you to optimize your own damage. Got 300 hours, 1.5 bill net worth. W. 500,000 at skill average 40? Yeah, exactly. The purpose of this profile isn't to have a well progressed profile. It's just to rush a certain thing. Are the talismans affected by magic find? They are not. They are a 5% drop. I was selling for 12 mil, now they're less. When? Like, how long ago? I haven't done chills in weeks, man. Like, at this point, I don't think it's my fault. Like, 2 months. Well, yeah, no shit, the price of it. Okay, 2 months, like, I feel like that's a fair time for the price to just go down naturally anyway. Like, I feel like 2 months is kind of fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not about to say that I have no part in it. Like, I absolutely have a part in that. I have not done any kata. Yo, Willow, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. I'll be watching. Alright. Doesn't everyone hunt chills early on? No. Not really. And Willow with the prime god. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. What's your goal for money before you start? It's in the title. Why do the drop rates from multiple slayers work out to more than 100% excluding base slayer drop? I don't know, man. You dungeon for because kata takes some time. Not really. Honestly, kata doesn't take that long. I'll be honest. What's your Twitch? You seem pretty chill. It's the same as my YouTube. My name everywhere is the same because thankfully it wasn't taken. I know that I understand that might be difficult. That might be difficult to believe that my name wasn't taken anywhere. But yeah, nobody actually had it. No one took it, which I'm so glad about. I mean, to be fair, the odds of somebody else having this name would be so insane. Are chill shard prices back? No, chill shard prices have never been good. Chills are a fusion shard. And most of your money comes from the talismans anyway. See, that's the reason why most people, in fact, don't grind chills early on. Because the shard is cheap and they just write them off as being useless. Yo, Chris Arra, thank you for the follow. And Frozen Pointer, thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Fusions. Yeah, I mean, the fusions are good. Pretty good still. Let's go, Greg. Now, should I do Glaysite comms this coal? Probably. Probably. Keep doing good job. Thank you. Oh, and Zanvan, thank you very much for the follow as well. My bad, I missed that one. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. My apologies, I completely missed that one. My bad. But yeah, most people kind of write off chills as a money-making method because the shards aren't worth much. And sort of forget that the whole value of them comes from the talismans. To be fair, chills are good even without hunting. It's just hunting makes them even better. Yo! Enzanom, thank you very much for the follow. How do you say your username again? Just call me Fire. There is no correct way of saying it. It is a username that shouldn't exist. How much would you say this makes per hour? Between 50 and 60. Although, if I get bad luck, then it's probably close to 40. I was wondering your opinion on a setup for duo M1s. Currently getting 3-minute runs with 2/4 Maxwell boots, Tara Helm, Giant Sword, and Tiger. Yeah, I mean, that works. Aren't uncommons like 600, 700k a piece? Yeah, something like that. Uncommons, I believe, are a little bit more expensive. 9 uncommons is worth more than 1 rare. Unfortunately, uncommons just don't really sell. Because why would you pay more money for something that's worse? Try fishing for shards. I don't have fishing gear. Nor do I have a fishing level to actually make it efficient enough to start fishing. Without fusing shards per hour, probably like 30. On average. Maybe 35. The uncommons do sell, though. Do they? Oh, well, never mind then. Okay, what? Okay. Alright. Thank you, Twitch. So, yeah, there wouldn't be much of a point with fusing. 50 to 60, average. All run, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Wait a minute. How do you one-shot them? By using anything that's not a hunt X. Fishing is so mid. Yeah, that's just not true, man. That's just simply not true. What should I fuse them with for maximum profit? I'm afraid you're gonna have to find that one yourself. I keep mentioning fusions to videos only, I'm afraid. People in chat can go ahead, but... I am very selfish in that sense. I keep them specifically for videos. I've noticed that there's no point... can you repeat how you one-shot them? Using anything that's not a hunt X. I've come to discover that... Are crop beetle shards get dead again? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've kind of come to discover that if I mention fusions on stream, by the time that I... By the time that I finish my stream, the price has gone down a bunch. What weapon in the hunt axe? No, you use anything that is not a hunt axe. Like, no hunt axe, no hunt axe. Any weapon, literally anything, even your fist. Use your fist if you want. Punch them. Anything as long as it's not a hunt axe. Okay, you physically can't use your fist, but like anything other than a hunt axe. Favorite skill in skyblock? Do slayers count as a skill? Crown of Avarice, one helmet, or one bill crown. Though crown heavily depends on the rest of your gear. Like if you're running like terrible gear and like pretty good way to get viewers to watch your videos too. Oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. You might have a point. I didn't think about that. What's wrong with hunt axe? Hunt axe can only do a maximum of 50% of the mob's health. How do you say your name? Just call me Fire. There is no correct way of saying it. Do you think you get an hour? I'm not very lucky, so maybe like 1. Maybe 2. Next video of M7, Saturday. They come out, they're every Saturday. Bruh. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm lucky if I get 1 per hour. Genuinely. Although some hours can be good, and then we get 2. And then sometimes we can even get 3. Hence why I give it an average. Why I call this one average money-making method as opposed to consistent. Because my RNG just ain't that good. Do ghosts right now or I'll find you. I don't have the gear to do ghosts. I feel like 2 per hour is normal, bro. I just don't get... Like, I get maybe 1 per hour. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean 2 per hour? And you make it look like you hit so slow by using a mod called No Frills. It's got a setting in it called View Model. And in that you can change how your weapon animation or your hand animations look. I'm lucky if I get 1, man. Got a full backpack of Runeblade rings and you get a single auto recon, bro. I feel that so much. I understand that my efficiency just isn't as good. What Minecraft version? I'm on 121.11. Like, I understand my efficiency is not brilliant. But, like, 2 per hour, really? Good God. That's it. That isn't fair. Bro, I was 6 kills away from getting another special tier. 6. Hey, man, can you get back here? Also went 1 hour and 30 minutes without one. Oh, woe is me. How terrible would that... How terrible, how terrible, how terrible. That's awful, man. That's awful. That's terrible. Honestly, that's man. I feel for you. I really do. I hope that you can, I hope you can come back from this. Is Heart of the Forest 6 really worth it? Well, yeah, I mean, it basically doubles your rates. Do you sell this? You fuse them. Chills are purely a fusion shard. You never sell them on their own. When you do your M7 run, what caster are you? Okay, fair enough. Okay, it got Frosty. 50. Then I'm afraid you're too high. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did the prices for Recon Artifact go down? There was 16 mil. Like, yeah, like 3 months ago. But, actually, no, they haven't. They've never been 16 mil. What? What would you recommend to fuse it to? I'm afraid I only say fusions on videos. So you'll have to find it yourself for now. Do you hunt the other fusion, or do you buy it? I buy it. Usually. Come to think about it, I didn't set up a buy order, so GG, I suppose, but I'll deal with that another time. I cannot use my giant sword. It doesn't matter. You are a high cat. You're already a high catter as is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Me, when I almost missed a stream. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That is frankly disgusting. Is there a site or mod for best fusions? There isn't one for best fusions, but sky shards means you can search for fusions using sky shards. Rates with 1 artifact and fusions between like 40 and 60. Once again, this is an average money making method. Like, I cannot give you like with 1 artifact, probably closer to the 40 side, maybe 50. Ancient or renowned crimson? I'm just not gonna answer. How do I increase my damage in Prime Hunt Axe? It only deals 200 damage to chills. You can't. Holy shit! I know the stereotype that skyblock players are incapable of reading, but good God, you guys really do. Like, you guys really prove it. Like, the YouTube chat does not miss a chance to prove the fact that they can't read. Like, it's actually insane. It's getting insane. Alright, so, to say it again, the Hunt Axe can only deal 50% of a enemy's max health. It says it on the Hunt Axe. It's like one of its main things is that it can only deal 50% of an enemy's max health. No matter how good the Hunt Axe is, no matter how good the weapon is, it can only deal 50%. And this is incredible, but the chill shot has 400 health, which, you know what that means? 50% of that is 200. So you can't do more than 200 damage with a Hunt Axe. That's just how it is. You could use Wither Skeletons, but you can't use it on chill since they only get damage, so you can't do that then. So you can't, yes, you just can't use that. So you can't double hit or something twice with pets? Nope, you can only deal damage with an axe. Axe is the only thing you can hit with. Ferocity works. Okay, yeah, but like getting 100 ferocity is just not worth it. You got David's cloak on you? Of course. Love the videos? Yo, what's good, Fitz? How we doing? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But only to chills. Other mobs still work? Yeah. Chills can only be damaged by an axe, so with a skeleton, stuff like that doesn't work on it. Throwing shade on the YouTube chat is crazy. No, it's not. It's deserved. Does climb work if the weapon is in the hunt axe? No. Any idea what next challenge might be? Blaze Slayer. How expensive is Mythic David's Cloak? I don't know. I think it's like 50 mil. It's not too much. It's not that expensive. Why 600 men in 3 days? Because Saturday is when the final episode of the prep phase for this series is coming out. So I kind of need to be done with prep by then. Is it 50? I don't know, man. I guess I usually overpay, but I don't pay attention to it. Like I know it's something that I need, so I just buy it. Husband. Doesn't Crimson work for chill? No, because it's not an axe. The only thing that can hit chills is an axe. Not Crimson. Not with a skeleton. Not Frozen Blaze. Not Guardian Pet. Just an axe. That's it. Did you yell my name? Yeah, that guy. Use that guy to kill chills. Use that guy. Use Axax from the Twitch chat. Use him. How about Witherblades? I will hurt you. We don't want you to pop a vein. What if I want to pop a vein, though? Is Hyperion an axe? Bro, what kind of is mayonnaise an instrument? Our question is this. Bro fell for the rage bait. Bro fell for the content. Bro fell for the clip farming. Come on now. What about Dayax? I mean, yeah. No. What? No, Dayax doesn't exist. What? Wait, that doesn't even exist. Is Hyperion on... Oh, wait, I've read that. I'm being dumb. Yo, LF respawns? Thank you. What about Tree Capinator? I don't know about the Tree Capinator. Tree Capitator works. Yo, just staring. Thank you very much for the follow. How's it going? How are we doing? Thank you very much for the follow. Tired with the rate of 6. 1 minute. I gotta find a new streamer to watch on the side. Oh, there we go. That works. Squid Live. Possible raid was good. Shout out was given to Randy. Oh, I just know that Taco is the mod in the chat right now. Oh, wait, no. It could be Jayhawk, actually. I'm getting into hunting because of you now. I have to grind Heart of Forest 6. It does not take that long. Come on now. Bro, we're acting like Heart of Forest 6 is a long grind. It ain't that deep. Sorry. About farming. No, farming is still extremely good. Farming is mostly only actually good during, during Feast. Outside of Feast, it's not that great. Heart of Forest 6 takes like 24 hours from 5. No, you just suck at the game. You're actually just ass. Is it better to chop trees? You just chop big fig trees. Big fig trees. I am slow at foraging. It took me 13 hours to go from 0 to 6. You're like, what are we saying 24 hours? You're actually just, you might actually just be ass. Yo, Fitz with a tier 1. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Thank you very much. You get Divine from the big fig trees. Divine just doesn't matter, though. Divine doesn't give you enough to matter. Like, you get more XP from just the trees than you do from the contest. The contest is a little bit of extra on the top. Like, you could not claim a single contest, and you will get Heart of the Forest faster from trees than you'll get from contests. Like, they're a little bit of... They're like an extra treat, I guess, is the best way to put it. They're a treat. Since Shields are a combat shard, wouldn't using a frog pet be better than a black cat? It adds so little money on top, it just doesn't matter. Like, the additional movement speed from black cat just works out being better. %, it just doesn't, though. It's just not, though. Gotta go see it. Alright, easy, bros. Well, bye. How'd you get the black hole to capture faster? The Python shard. Python shard makes it capture faster, and Echo of other stuff also capture faster. But yeah, you only need legendary for contests. And you can get that pretty easy from foraging. So I made it to bed before 8 AM? Yo, W, mans! Is that a new record, or... Hunting is so complicated, it really isn't. It really isn't. But hey, I mean, I've got a whole guide on hunting which explains things pretty simply. How can I get more than one shard, Fortune? 100 fortune is a guarantee for a second shard, and anything above 100 is a potential chance for a third shard. Black hole and attributes can give you a chance to drop an extra shard. I believe the max shards you can drop is 6 whilst from black holes. So... But that's pretty rare. You get 4s fairly frequently, but 6s are very rare. Twos and 3s, however, they're pretty common. So 8 AM isn't that bad. That could be worse. Can't sort for hunting shards anymore? Wait, what? What do you think is a better way of making money? Farming, mining, or hunting? Farming. Dungeons, farming, mining, or hunting? I mean, hunting is the best way to make money, realistically, out of all of them. And it's not even close. Farming during a feast is extremely strong. Dungeons is... it's okay. Mining is actually really good. Like, genuinely, mining is really good and very overlooked. Downside is you need very good gear to mine. Like, shaft mining is genuinely really good. Most people just ignore it because the common consensus right now is that mining is bad. So everyone's like, oh yeah, mining is bad. How worth is it to black hole while fishing instead of salts? I don't know. I'm pretty sure black holing is better because black holing guarantees shards. Fishing, salts is just, you might get a shard if you're lucky. Oh. What are you going to get with the money? Terminator, E-Man carries, skeleton pet, some armor, and some MP. Please tell people that mining is bad. No, I'm not going to lie and say mining is bad. Mining is fucking good, man. How can I get more fortune? Heart of the Forest 6 gives 50 fortune, and then there's various attribute shards that also give you fortune. Like, genuinely, mining might actually be the most overlooked money-making method right now. Just because everybody's in the belief that it's terrible. It genuinely might just be the most overlooked money-making method in the game. Actually, I don't know. Fishing's pretty high up there as well. Thinking about it. Fishing's pretty high up there as being overlooked. I don't know. It's one or the other. One of the two for sure. What are peak mining rates? As far as I'm aware, it's like 70, 80. It is terrible. It's just not, though. It really just isn't. Like, mining just isn't terrible. It's fucking good, man. Pretty sure 90 can be good. I'm pretty sure you can go 90 as well. If you get some decent RNG with shafts. Pretty sure you can go to 90. That requires 20 hours of pre-grinding to even consider yourself maxed is what makes people not want to do it. Okay, but like, to make like 80 to 90 million coins an hour and you're expecting to not have to spend time doing it, or spend time prepping, then you're insane. What? Bro, it's like 65 mil an hour. Okay, are you doing tungsten? Are you doing umber grinding as well? Like, are you umber grinding? Are you utilizing your forge? Are you shaft mining efficiently? Mining makes way more than 90 mil an hour. My bad. I'm a little uninformed. Yes. Then you might just be bad. You need good ping, too. Explain good ping. Or, say good ping. Money-making method, I can make like 40 mil in a short amount of time with a 10 mil setup and 50 hunter fortune. Getting a job. $40 ping. Yeah, that's not true. You can make very good money from mining. I'm 14. Getting a job illegally. That's not in the books. Well, Nor's getting 40 million coins an hour with low hunter fortune and no money for a setup. So, I guess make your decision. You either get a job illegally, or accept the fact that that's not possible. The choice is yours. It's like below 150. Anything above that, admittedly not. Yes, I agree with that. That said, quite a lot of players do have under 150. It's just coal that's ping dependent. I mean, other things are ping dependent, just not as ping dependent as coal. How much does it cost to get your hunter fortune? Like 50 mil, if that. I didn't really spend... Actually, no, probably like 100 mil total because of the other attributes. Yeah, probably like 100 mil-ish. 50 of my hunter fortune comes from Heart of the Forest 6. How far are you in dungeons? I have not entered a dungeon yet. We are deep in the prep phase. Like, dungeons is the cheapest... Or, the dungeons is the fastest part of this profile. Costs 100 mil to get Hunter Fortune max, and you get that back in like 2 hours. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it costs 100 mil to get a no, it doesn't cost 100 mil fortune to get it 100 mil to get it maxed. I am not maxed. It's to max it. It's about 1 billion coins. Like, to completely max your Hunter Fortune, it's about 1 bill. I am not maxed. Oh, look, special bracket. Nice. That's not what I meant to copy. Are you just going for an M7 comp? Yes, yes. think it'll take Heart of Forest 5 to max. Like, 4 hours. Oh, wait, to max. 10 hours. I want to quit skyblock, but I'm like 2,900% sure I'm going to come back in 3 days. What do I do? Try. What weapon to use in mid to late normal dungeons? Terminator. Term is dungeonized at Kata 27. If Kata 27 is still early dungeons. Oh, to max in the Hunt Fortune thing? Yeah, like 4 hours. Literally like 4 hours. It does not take that long. 10th time I've tried quitting in the past 3 years. Well, maybe the 11th time will be the... Oh, sorry. Maybe the 10th time will be the charm, you know? You know what they say. 10th time the charm. But if you keep coming back, then... I don't see the issue, like... Just play the game. Unless it's causing real-life problems, in which case, yeah, you might have an issue. Isn't Term still the best dungeon, even if it's not dungeonized? Yesn't. Yesn't. It's... probably not, no. But, like, Kata 27 is not a high level. Like... Just use something like a Bouquet of Lies until then, or a Juju. Depending on your class. If you're a Burz, just use a Bouquet. If you're an Arch, just use a Juju. If you're practically... Oh, if you're any other class, realistically, Bouquet works if you're any class other than Archer. What kind of real-life problems can it even cause? Putting all of your time into skyblock and not any time into anything else? See, people can get very addicted to games, and then they get stuck not doing anything else with their life, and spending all of their time just playing the game. And then you... Not that bad of a problem? It's a pretty big problem. That's a pretty big issue. I got 98 on my electromagnetism final. That's an option. That seems like an extremely niche... Fair enough. Dobby mans. I mean, I spend like 2 to 3 hours a day on skyblock. Oh, I mean, then what's the problem? I don't see the problem with it then. Like, if it's not causing any issues, then... Like, whenever you feel like you don't want to play the game, just don't play the game. Stop deleting your profiles, just don't play the game. That's all. I feel like it's kind of fine. Haven't been in a while. How's the M7 speedrun going? Pretty good. We will be starting dungeons in a few days. 5,500 in R6, 3,000 in Minecraft. That's not too bad. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty reasonable. That is not too bad. Hype's being cheap isn't even a joke these days, it's just true. Bro, it's so depressing, man. It's actually so depressing. Hyperions are so good for how cheap they are. Like, it does not take that long to get a hype anymore. And they are so strong for how much money they cost. Like, Hyperion really is just the problem child of skyblock. A certain shard is doing really well right now. That's nice. 600 mil for a hype with nothing isn't cheap. Well, no, but, like, obviously, because that's useless. But what? A fully scrolled hype is 1.2 billion, which is not that much money. like, bro, 1.2 bill is just not that expensive. With the money-making methods that early players have access to now, it really just might not be that, it really just isn't that expensive anymore. That's a lie. What do you mean that's a lie? It's just not, though. 1.2 billion is just not that expensive. It just isn't. 3 years ago, 1.2 billion might have been expensive. Not anymore. If the Shiny Pig event is on, you can get 1.2 billion before, like, within 5 days of starting a profile. If it's not, you can get 1.2 billion within a week of starting a profile from just hunting. If you're a flipper, you can get it even faster. Hunting tracker is sky, honey. Like, 1.2 bill is just not that expensive anymore. It really isn't. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Hype is a bit overrated. Unfortunately, it's not. And I really do mean unfortunately, because I fucking despise the weapon. I am a Hyperion hater. But unfortunately, it just isn't. But you gotta put the hours in. I mean, yes, but no. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Hello.
Alright, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm alright, Tommy. I'm alright. Did your mum mention to you that she bought a load of orc for you?
Yes, she did, actually.
Okay. Okay, just wanted to check.
I will pop over and grab it.
Yeah, no worries. I might be able to call in and pop it in if you want to go to walk back downtown in a bit, so...
Okay.
I don't mind having a wander down if you want, dude.
No, I'm alright with I need to get, I mean, I need to get out anyway at some point.
Okay, no problem.
So I'll probably pop round a bit later.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you when I see you then, dude.
Alright.
Cool. Cheers,
Right, bye-bye. Ballsack. I missed the mute button. I missed the mute button. Can you show me what setting? I'm not able to figure it out. That one. Grinding coins till a hype kind of kills the game for me. That's fine. Like that's absolutely fine. It is a video game. You play how you want, but I'm just proving the point that a Hyperion isn't that expensive anymore. Do you have a good floor 7 guide? I do not. I have barely ever played floor 7, I'll be honest. What's your opinion about the Greeks? Apparently they all have really small penises, which is why I feel very close to them. Sorry. Moving on. Anyway, pretty cool actually. Genuinely good history. Genuinely awesome history. Only made 50 mil an hour. That's pretty good. Like, 50 mil an hour is about right. Like, chills after all are very RNG. Just by nature, they are an RNG money-making method. You could make good money. You could make okay money. It's all up to fate. What's your opinion about... Yeah, I'm not going to go into this. But let's not go into this. As a Burrs with Necron and Shadow Fury, I should get a hype and then sell Necron Storm and get to Aurora. Probably not. You probably shouldn't sell anything, actually. What method are you doing right now? Chills. Could you explain RNG meter for Blaze? Well, it's the exact same as the RNG meter for... Oh, sorry. When do I turn meter for Archfiend on and off? Well, generally you turn meter for Archfiend on when you, well, when you drop an Archfiend. As for when you turn it off, around 75%. Storm Armor's still a good craft flip. I don't fucking know. Look it up. Like, look. Why would I know? Can you rate my PV for early game? No, I do not do PVs, I'm afraid. Do you LARP often? Every day of my life. I'm LARPing as a functional member of society outside of this. Any siphons you'll reveal? I reveal fusions in videos, not in streams, I'm afraid. Or I say fusions in videos, not streams, I'm afraid. How much does chills make an hour? Somewhere between, like, 50 and 60. Do I turn meter back on if I'm unlucky? Well, when you're at 100%, yeah. You can do most content without hype. While term you need for master mode. Okay, I get that, but, like... See, the thing is, you can do most content without hype. You can. But the thing is it's infinitely more efficient with a Hyperion. Like, Terminator is required. It has few uses, but it is required for those few uses. Hyperion technically isn't needed for anything. The difference is that if you have a Hyperion, almost everything is easier. Is the key difference there. Having a Terminator does not make most of the game significantly faster. Like, having a Terminator does not make majority of combat content significantly faster. And more efficient. Having a Hyperion does. Mainly from shards or talisman? Talisman. Most of the money is talismans. Devon's draw over Hyperion. Not really, honestly. I'll be genuine, not really. Yo, Motion, how we doing? But yeah, like, do I do then? Do I just main burst my whole life? No. I mean, if you want to, yeah. But if you're in dungeons, for example, swapping you use a Terminator anyway. You don't play True Burst. And LCM is absurdly expensive. Outside of dungeons, Mage is more of a supporting role. And isn't really a main thing. Rate of recon per hour, I'm unlucky, I usually only get like maybe 1 per hour. Is farming trash compared to hunting? If it's not during a feast, then yes. Like, outside of feast, yes, farming is awful. In comparison. Inside of a feast, it's competitive. You really benefit from hype in fishing. You benefit from hype in a lot of places. Fishing, Slayers, mini-bosses, Kudra. Why 3 days? Because Saturday is the is the 4th episode of the series, and the last episode where I am outside of dungeons. Basically. Like, look, I wish the Hyperion was not as good as it is. I really do. Like, I really want with all of my heart for Hyperion to not be a good weapon. But it is. Anybody that says the Hyperion is not a good weapon or a good item they're just coping. I'm sorry. Anyone that says the hype is overrated and is not good is just straight up coping. Is Primordial Helmet good for Archer? Not really. When do you think hunting will fall off? Don't know, man. Don't know. I guess we'll see what happens when the next foraging island comes out. The next foraging will either kill hunting or make it better. Depends on how the new shards and new hunting systems work. Because realistically, as we get more fortune, hunting should theoretically get worse. Then what should I go for? Okay, are we talking dungeons or out of dungeons? Yeah, actually, we're talking dungeons. Obviously, we're talking dungeons. Archer isn't an out of dungeons class anyway. Primordial's fine until you get a G-head. Basically. Prim's fine until you get a G-head. Are you able to count to 15? No. Why do you want hype nerfed? Because it's way too strong. To put it simply. Hyperion is just a disgustingly powerful weapon. That is the simple reason why. You get it from a mid-level floor. Like, Hyperion isn't even a weapon that you obtain at endgame. Hyperion you get in basically, like, not even, Floor 7's not even mid-game dungeons anymore. It's, like, still early dungeons. You get a Hyperion from early dungeons, and it is simply one of the best items in the game. Full stop. They require an example of 100 of a shard. Then Iron Man would riot. To put it simply. Would you have a problem with hype if it was endgame? I mean, yeah, I'd still have a problem with hype if it was endgame. It's still too strong, regardless. No matter how hard it is to get, it's still too strong of a weapon. It's pretty balanced. No, it isn't. No amount of time to grind the resources could ever make the Hyperion balanced in its current state. I'm sorry, man. But, like, no amount of time. Even if it took you 3,000 hours to get the Hyperion, it's still not balanced. Even if it took you 3 years to get it, it's not balanced. It doesn't matter how long. It simply just isn't balanced. It is the best in slot to spawn half of the Slayers. It is the best in slot for early-ish fishing. It is the best in slot for any form of clearing. It is the best in slot for half of the Isle's mini-bosses. It is the best in slot for healing in most situations. It is the best in slot for dealing with the withers in M7. It is also the best in slot for clearing as a mage in dungeons, full stop. So, yeah. Like, it's a pretty strong item. Is OP, but I feel like it's such a huge part of the game. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Why are you making 15 mil an hour? I'm not. Oh yeah. I mean, as for and for bestiary grinding, but that's kind of included in ad clearing. Like, bestiary grind is kind of included in clearing, like ad clear. Wiping out large sums of creatures. Like, look, man. There is no if, buts, and maybes. It is OP. It is simply an overpowered item. There is no if, buts, and maybes. Like, in my humble opinion, Hyperion is still the best single item in the entire game. Because it does things that no other item can do. Duplex or Soul Eater? Duplex. No, Soul Eater, sorry. Soul Eater, my bad. I missed the dungeons part. Soul Eater. What would you change to make it balanced? Reduce its healing and add a cooldown. Am I lucky? Yes. Yeah, reduce its healing and add a cooldown is what I would do to change it. I think that is a fair option. How you put it, 1.2 bill is a lot of money. It isn't. It really isn't. 1.2 billion is just not a lot of money, I'm sorry. With with players being able to make 50 to 60 million coins an hour within 20 hours of starting the game, 1.2 billion is not a lot of money. I'm sorry. It's a good weapon. You can't do everything with it. It is the best healing item in the game. It is good for early fishing before you have a flaming flay. It is the best in slot item to spawn half of the Slayers. It is the best in slot item for grinding Crimson Isles mini bosses. It is the best in slot item for grinding bestiary. Any more? I know there's more. I know there is. I know there's more. Oh yeah, right. As I said, it's the best in slot item for mage. Mage against the withers in M7 is the best in slot item for mage for clearing in dungeons for the entire of 0 to M7. 7 places that a single item. 7 different places. Hype is best for fishing even if you have flay. Okay, 7 different places that Hyperion is the best item in the game. And you're trying to tell me it is a mid-game item that is just not that good. Are we dumb? Like, I'm sorry, but it is that good. Favorite hunting after chills? Ghosts. How much cooldown? Because I think everything above 1.5 seconds would make hype not do its job. I think a 1 second cooldown is fine. I think the healing should have probably closer to a 10 second cooldown though. If it wasn't for Pharaoh, it would be best in slot for Burrs too. Yeah, like, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Never said it wasn't good. Okay, but you said it's a good weapon for mid-game. But it's not. Like, that's just a false statement. It is not just a good weapon for mid-game. It's a good weapon no matter what stage of the game you're in. Whether you're early game or late game, or even end game, it is still an unbalanced weapon in all of them. No matter where you are in the game, it is an unbalanced, it is an OP item. Regardless. Doesn't matter. Set a cooldown, it consumed more mana when you spam. I still think it would be unbalanced, I'll be honest. As in, you get it around mid-game. Oh, yeah, that is true, but it is not. The way you said it makes it sound like it is a mid-game item, of which it's just not. I mean, I think the fact that you get it in mid-game is wrong in of itself. Like, it should be got late. It should be a late-game item that you... Like, it should be an item you obtain in late game. Once again, it wouldn't balance it, but... Best for E-Man. No. Melee is better than Hype. Melee is better than Mage at the moment. It went through... It did go through a period of being better, though. Unless it's back somehow. But last time I checked with any E-Man mains, Melee is still the most efficient way of doing it. Adding cooldown will kill it. No, it won't. Adding like a 0.5 or 1 second cooldown to the Hyperion will not kill it. It'll still be strong. It just won't be. It will still be the best in slot for certain tasks. It just won't be disgusting in the OP anymore. Like that absolutely won't kill it. Being able to teleport and nuke an area every 0.5 to 1 second is not something that will kill a Hyperion. It literally will still be the best in slot for half of those things, for a lot of things. It just won't be disgusting. I've seen high level hype is quicker. I mean, every top E-Man player that I've spoke to has said that Melee is better. Hyperion, you can't properly double skip anymore, much less get down to like 12-second kills. It was better. Hyperion was better. Before they removed a bunch of swaps, Hyperion was better. Cooldown Hype would make a healing version of Midas Spoon. Okay, it would have less of a cooldown than a Midas Spoon, though. Because it just doesn't do as much damage as a Midas Spoon. It was added when Floor 7 was the end of dungeons, and nerfing it will cause a lot of people to riot. Yes, that's why I keep saying it can't be nerfed. Like, that's why I make it very clear in saying, I wish that Hyperion would be nerfed, and could be nerfed. It can't. Hyperion is the problem child of Hypixel. It is basically immune. Like, the Hyperion is basically immune to anything. It can cause as many problems as it wants, and it is immune to it. It is immune to anything. It can't be changed. Sky Hanny is the profit tracker. It's not very good because it's just wrong. As it obviously it only tracks the actual shards themselves. Melee is much better now? Yeah. You want me to put you on game? Sure, why not? Is Ender Relic needed to do tier 4 E-Mans with Melee? No. It makes it a lot easier. Needed? No. It makes it a hell of a lot easier, though. I always love how many arguments the Hyperion causes. It's great. Can I do tier 4 Void Gloom with 556 MP? Yes, your bosses will be slow. Your bosses will absolutely be slow. But yeah, I always love the amount of arguments that just simply talking about how... Simply just mentioning that the Hyperion is too strong causes. Because everyone's like, no, it's not! The Hyperion's fine! Don't change it! Don't touch my baby! Don't touch my OP sword! I like using it too much, so I'm gonna claim it's not that strong. Either that, or it's people that just don't use a hype and or don't have a Hyperion and are trying to cope that it's not a good item. The Austrian painter has gotten banned. Oh, I wonder... That's crazy. I wonder why. I never would have thought that. Very little things as amusing as arguing with the hype and trust. I'm very much in agreement. I don't have a hype, but not by choice. Alright. Lock in, brother. Lock in. You get your nuke stick. Fiery Kuja carry for 20 mil and drop the fail tempo 1. Oh, wait, W. Wait, bro just profited off a carry. I made an appeal lying my ass off saying I was from Vienna and I went to art school. Yeah, obviously they denied you. What? Yeah, no shit, man. Obviously they denied your ass. I am out of space. Okay, guess I'm just gonna sell these 2 buckets. They don't matter that much. I don't see what good nerfing it would do. Making it less OP. It's the end game weapon. The end game weapon that you get from floor 7. What are we saying? What? Nah, I'm sorry. You're one of those. You're one of those people that don't want the hype nerf because it's good for you. What are we saying? Hype is an end game weapon? No, the fuck it isn't. Bro, if you think floor 7 is end game, then you might be cooked. Hyperion is at best like early mid game. At best early mid game. Like, hell no. That's crazy. Have you seen the new Deltarune trailer? I didn't know there was a new one. I haven't played the first one. I haven't played any of them. I'd say Term is late game. Nah, Term's also mid game. I'll be honest. Enderman isn't hard enough to be considered late game anymore. Is a healing weapon for me right now? Yeah, that is what it ends up becoming mostly. If you're not a Slayer main, then yeah, Hyperion does end up being a healer item. But it makes shit boring as hell besides dungeons and Kudra. Agreed. Yeah, floor 7 is like late early game. Agreed. Like, do you fuse to flash shards? I actually don't know what I'm gonna fuse into at the moment. I haven't really looked into it. Double shot Americano, please. How we doing? Was good, was good. Who has 3,000 hours, no term, uses a Juju and has no hype. Okay, that's his choice. Like, what? What? That is entirely his choice. You can do tier 4 Enderman with like 800 million coins of net worth. Where would M6 be in progression? Towards the end of mid-game. In terms of true progression, towards the end of mid-game. Or at least in terms of dungeons progression. Overall, it's probably still pretty mid. I'll be honest. Actually, no. It's definitely towards the end of mid-game. Definitely towards the end of mid. I just don't know where his hours went into. No, not me. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not think that Enderman Slayer can be considered as an end-game activity or a late-game activity anymore. Like, realistically, it is. Like, theoretically, it is. But for how difficult it is nowadays, I just don't think it can be, man. What are we talking about? The Hyperion is the definition of an endgame weapon. How? Literally how? How is it the definition of an endgame weapon? Under what way? In what way is it the definition of an endgame weapon? I would like you to explain to me. So I can systematically break it down and so you look like a dumbass. I would like you to explain it to me. Is grinding snakes in Rift good money? Not really. Like if you can give one good point as to why the Hyperion is a late game weapon or is an end game weapon, I will agree with you. If you can give one valid point, I will agree with you. Why are you doing chills? Money. Maybe endgame in power. Okay, but like just because something's strong does not mean it's endgame. The admin can add a sword that does 6 billion damage that you get from talking to a villager once, and that would be an endgame weapon, yes? Judging by that. But 16 million an hour, no. I mean, we get all of these, and then we also get these, and then we fuse the shards to make more money. So, no, not really. This is why I need to, like, this is why the profit tracker is just fucking useless, man. Like, the profit tracker is actually just useless. Maybe because of price? Hyperion, 1.2 billion isn't a lot of money anymore. I'm sorry, it's not. Do ABC shards in the Violet Isle, trust. Giant sword good for 70 mil, not really. Yeah, it is a shard tracker. Chills makes like nothing, though. You're just wrong. Like, you are just factually incorrect. It has endgame power when you say when you get it in early mid. Got a hype a lot later, it'd be fine. I still disagree. I still think even at endgame hype is OP. Price is a stupid argument. It's the perfect weapon for endgame bosses. It's the perfect weapon for any stage of the game. But just because it's perfect for endgame bosses does not mean it's an endgame weapon. Hyperion is a weapon that you get at early game. That does not mean it's endgame. If you get an item at early game, it is not an endgame item. If you get an item at early game, it is an endgame. It is an earlier game item. Bro, this is like saying that the aspect of the void or the aspect of the end is an endgame item. No, the fuck, it's not. What? Are we dumb? Just because you use it in endgame does not mean it's endgame. If you get it in early game, it is an early game item. Like, aspect of the end is not an endgame item. Isn't a weapon. I never said it was a weapon. I said it's an item. Aspect of the end is not an endgame item, even though you use it in endgame. What? Like, aspect of the end is one of the most important items in the entire game. It's not an endgame item. Are we real? Any good hunting and money make methods in Rift or hunting about 40 mil per hour? Chills, minor zombies with fusion. Well, chills with fusions, minor zombies with fusions, Coralots, Hideon Leaf, Invisibugs are pretty decent. What else we got? You said you'd get hype in mid-game. You're going back on your word. Okay, my bad. Mid-game. Early mid... as I said, mid-game at a push. I literally said early mid-game at best. Is what... My exact words was early mid-game at best. So, sure, let's go back to that. Early mid-game weapon at best. You get, like... Floor 7 is an early mid-game weapon. I've given you multiple arguments, but you're just coping. Multiple arguments that are wrong. They are multiple arguments that are wrong. They are all wrong. Money doesn't count because 1.2 billion is not a lot of money anymore. Like, 1.2 billion is not an endgame quantity of money. An item being used in endgame does not mean it's endgame. How many hours is Heart of the Forest 6? I got it in about 13. Like, I'm sorry, but if you think that an item being used in endgame makes it endgame, you're wrong. Where would you put a Claymore? Claymore is... I mean, yeah, Claymore is endgame, yes. It is dropped from the end floor of dungeons. It is endgame. It is a weapon used and dropped from the end of dungeons. It is an endgame item. Full stop. Price is an argument. Broke people gather much of expensive items because it's expensive. Obviously the price will go down. What? No, I'm saying that just because Hyperion is 1.2 billion coins doesn't mean it's an endgame item because 1.2 bill isn't that much money anymore. Second, once again, as I said, your argument of saying just because it's used in endgame, does not mean it is an endgame item, because that goes down the same route of saying an aspect to the end is an endgame item. It's not. And so I'm saying, why does price matter? It doesn't. It doesn't. I just thought that was one of your arguments. My bad. Price doesn't matter at all. Price doesn't factor into anything. $1.2 bill is a lot. It's not. That's the only point you brought up. No, it's not. What? That's, I was arguing that point because I thought that was one of the ones that you made. My point of why Hyperion is not an endgame item is because it's not obtained in endgame. It isn't endgame because it's 1.2 billion. No, I said it's not endgame because it's not obtained in endgame. Bro, we are now, this is actually rage bait. This is genuine rage bait. My whole thing of why a Hyperion isn't endgame is because it's not obtained in endgame. It cannot be endgame because it's not obtained in endgame. You're rage baiting me. No, you're just a dumbass. You're going back on your words. I'm just not, though. I'm actually just not, though. Infernal Crimson Armor, yes, that is an endgame item. W chat rage bait. On God, though. Actual W rage bait. Heart of the Forest other than slave over fig trees. Nah, I mean, it doesn't even take that long. For beating you in a debate. Real. Oh, nah, bro got his debating skills from Squid Kid. Bro's got his debating skills from I'm a Squid Kid. When you start to lose, you just either try and gaslight them or rage bait them. Bro's been training with Squid. It's Jova. It's Jova. It's Jova. Why are you find 1.6 bill? What are you trying to get? I'm aiming. Oh, I'm picking up some. I'm picking up my dungeons gear plus Terminator. And you're calling me a bad debater? Correct. You would be right. That is in fact true. You would be right. Sorry. What about Chimera? I don't think Chimera's a hard one, but I think Chimera is probably considered as late. Realistically, Chimera is a late game enchant, yes. What armor are you going for? I mean, I'll end up on Necron, obviously, but I'll just use whatever the best armor is for each floor. You get the Heart of the Forest. Is it better to grind fig, mangrove, or straight hunting? It is better to grind the big fig trees. What would your dungeons gear consist of? It'll end up as Necron. Yeah, dungeons will end up as Necron, Maxor, Terminator, Skeleton Pet, and a bunch of other small items. But, you know, what? Chimera realistically is a late game item. Or late game enchant. What class are you playing actually? I am playing, healer. Do you mean 1.2 bill isn't a lot for the item or in general? Just in general. It's just not that much. Oh yeah, Frozen Blazes. Yeah, fair enough. Frozen Blaze is pretty good. Frozen Blaze won't be better eventually though. What's in 3 days? 3 days is the end of the prep phase of this series. Big ones give they give 3 times more experience than small trees, and it takes longer to break 3 small trees than 1 big tree. Unless you're severely skill issued. You need around 24 hours to farm 1.2 bill with 50 mil an hour. I'd say this isn't fast. I'd say that's pretty fast. Also, keep in mind that I gave that 50 mil hour as something that you could make within 20 hours of starting the game. Like, that is the sum of money that I said you can make within 20 hours of starting the game. Not as the amount that you can make full. 50 mil an hour is not like the end amount. You can get that within 24 hours of, like, within a day of starting the game. What other endgame weapons do you think there are? Claymore, Tormentor, every tier 3, well, Atom Split, tier 3 Blaze Daggers. What else have we got here? Flaming Flay. That's about it. A max hype sucks about every part being added to it. Yeah, no, this is absolutely true. Like, a Hyperion without the scrolls is literally a mantelpiece item. Like, it's like something you put on your wall, man. Atom Split is late game, a term is mid game. Yeah, I will go back on that one. I will comfortably go back on that one. I think it's unfair to say the term isn't late game. At what point in the game would a money-making method outclass hunting? Well, technically never. Simply because there are just money-making methods that, in hunting, that are equal to stuff like Blaze. I mean, tier 5 Kudra if you've got a good party. How is Atom Split late? It's just because of the... Realistically, it is, though. Because Enderman Slayer is realistically a late game boss. Like, in terms of pure progression, it realistically is a late game boss. In a video description or something, it's in my Discord. Flipping outclasses it instantly. Okay, I mean, yeah, but flipping's a little different. Term you need E-Man 7 for, though. I agree. Can't get Discord? I can, then. How do you deal with more than 50% damage with a Hunt Axe? Probably because I'm not using a Hunt Axe. It's not, though. No, but it is. If Enderman is not a late game slayer, then what is a late game slayer? Don't say Blaze, because Blaze is the end game slayer. So what is the late game slayer if it's not Enderman? Blaze. Blaze is the end game slayer, not the late game slayer. If Hype's mid-game, then Term's mid-game too. No, this isn't true, because you get to floor 7 significantly faster than Enderman. In terms of genuine progression, floor 7 is, in fact, mid-game. If not early game. Enderman is not. No, Guardian is between Sven and E-Man. Guardian is between Sven and E-Man. E-Man's not hard. I never said it was hard. I didn't say that it was difficult. Everything is early game at this point, but unfortunately that's not how that works. That's not how that works. That just simply isn't how that works. Difficulty does not mean stage of game. Difficulty has nothing to do with stage of game. Blaze and E-Man are not difficult bosses, but they are the late game and end game bosses of Slayers. It doesn't matter whether they're difficult or whether they're easy. They are. They just are. Like, they simply are. You can literally do E-Man early to mid-game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what stage of the game you can do it in. The fact of the matter is, it is the late game Slayer. Like, you might want to disagree with me, but it is. You can do everything in early game. You can literally play the entire game in early game. Like, you could do everything in early game. If you really wanted to. You could do M7 as an early game player. You could do Kudra as an early game player. Is tier 5 Kudra an early game part? Is tier 5 Kudra actually an early game activity? Is M7 an early game activity? No, they're not. You can do them. You can. They're not. They are not, though. Maybe the Slayer intended for late game. Yes. It is. That's what I'm saying. Enderman Slayer is... It doesn't matter. It's still easy. Have I said that it's not? Have I disagreed with that? At any point, did I say that E-Man is not easy? At any point, have I said that E-Man is a difficult boss? Did I say that E-Man is difficult? Bro, I'm like one of the biggest people for saying that E-Man is easy. Like, I'm one of the biggest people to say that E-Man is an easy boss. Bro, I phase skipped with like 900 million coin net worth. Like, yeah, no fucking shit, it's easy. Like, actually, no shit, it's easy. It's not late game then. I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you. Like, it's gotta be rage bait. It's gotta be rage bait. It actually has to be rage bait. Like, in the way that you're saying things, there is no late game content. In the way that you're saying things, late game doesn't exist. If difficulty dictates stage, then late game doesn't exist. Does late game exist? Yes. Factually, yes. The hardest boss in a category is the late game of that category. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. If it is the hardest in that category, it is the late game of that category. It doesn't matter. Enderman Slayer realistically is the hardest Slayer in the Slayer category. It's not the last Slayer on the list, but it is the hardest. Enderman is the strongest Slayer on the list. It is therefore the late game Slayer. Full stop. Yes, we are absolutely missing a mid-game Slayer. We are 100% missing a mid-game Slayer. I mean, tier 5 Spider, I guess, fills that role. Is E-Man harder than Blaze? Oh, absolutely. Without hesitation. Is Blaze not... Blaze is, in fact, not harder than E-Man. E-Man is a significantly stronger boss than Blaze is, I'm afraid. Blaze is harder to get fast times in. Yeah, Blaze takes more gear to get fast times in, but is significantly easier to kill. Is the difference between the two of them. As far as being a powerful boss, Enderman is a significantly stronger boss than Blaze. Blaze does not take much to actually beat it. The entry cost to Blaze is insane. It's really not. The entry cost to make money in Blaze is insane. Is the difference here. The entry cost to make money is insane. But Blaze as a boss is really fucking easy. You just need a lot of money. No, you don't even need a lot of money. You can do it in Monster Raider, for fuck's sake. You can do Blaze Slayer, tier 4 Blaze Slayer in Monster Raider. You can do tier 4 Blaze Slayer in 3/4 Frozen Blaze and a Sorrow chestplate. Like, bro. Nah, it's just not. It's just not. It's not even expensive. Should I invest in Blaze setup or hype? Depends on how much money you have. If you only have the money, if you only have like 1.2 billion, then probably the hype, because you're not going to be able to afford a decent Blaze setup. Blaze is low-key not that good for money. I mean, you're technically not wrong, but yeah, by that one, you're technically not wrong. It's funny that E-Man is harder than Blaze. It makes no money, and Blaze is like not that hard, but makes billions. Real. The difference, okay, yes, but Blaze, as was stated, Blaze only makes money if you have a fuck ton to invest already. Don't you want to hype for Blaze? It's not necessary. Hyperion is an endgame Blaze spawning item or a decent healing item. It is far from necessary. Lace didn't like that. I mean, look, I don't want to admit that hype is not that Blaze isn't in fact all that for money, but it's technically true. Like if we're going off of cost to entry, then yes, Blaze is not that good. Like it is one of the most expensive. Actually no, that's not true. Blaze is literally the most expensive thing in the game to get into to make good money from. Fear says you should get G-Drag before hype. Depends on what you do. It depends on how you do. Hype will be eclipsed by new weapons. Yes, they did say that. It depends on in which way, though. Individual parts of it, yeah. I mean, hype is already eclipsed by weapons that exist in individual parts of it. The thing that makes hype good is not that it's good in one area, it's that it's... The thing that makes hype good is not that it is a, Blaze even more expensive than mining? Yeah. Like... A setup to make decent money from Blaze, entry level, is like 15 billion. Guardian Slayer is between Sven and E-Man. It's not going to be that expensive. But yeah, like, I'm a Blaze Slayer Glazer, man. I've done 100,000 tier 4 Blazes. Like, I'm gonna glaze the shit out of it, but yeah, the point of how much money it costs to get into it to how much it makes is true. You can make the same amount of money with significantly cheaper things. Difference in Blazes, in my opinion, is significantly more fun. But like that is true. That is an unarguable point. The return on investment is significantly lower than other things. Mining is significantly cheaper and makes similar rates. Tier 5 Kudra is significantly cheaper and makes the same rates. Like, both of which are significantly cheaper than Blaze. Kudra requires party. Okay, mining doesn't. Will you ever do a grind as long as your Blaze grind again? No. Probably not. Mining requires a lot more hours. No, the fuck it doesn't. What? No, you've lost it. No, you've actually lost it at this point. You've genuinely lost your mind. LF squads, I did them. Like, look. If you're starting if you are starting the game with 15 billion coins, then yes, Blaze takes less time than mining to get into. But you're not. You're not starting the game with 15 billion. You've got to make 15 billion. You've got to make that money. Which takes significantly longer than Heart of the Mountain, plus powder, plus what, like, 6 bill. What's MP to do tier 4 Blazes? To make good money off of it, or to just kill it? What MP and Crimson would you recommend to Blaze? If we're just talking about killing, probably around 1.2k plus, like, Fiery. If we're talking about making money, Infernal plus about 1.7 to 1.8k. Like, Blaze is one of the ones that you like, damage goes a long way. Having rich friends makes this really easy. You are right. You know what? You're right. Unfortunately, getting rich friends is difficult. What's in 3 days? The point in time where the prep phase of this profile ends. Videos are released every Saturday. And episode 4 is the final day. The final prep day. What do you what diffuse chill shard with? I'm afraid either you've got to wait till Saturday for the video or find it out yourself. Is the method you're doing make? Between I average between like 50 and 60. What about the drops from dungeons? Those are money too. They are. That's why I'm okay with getting a little less than 1.6. But I'm not really going to be grinding any floors for money until, like, Master Mode. What's Fusion Visbug with? Find out yourself. L rates? Yeah, I ain't that efficient, alright. Okay, you know what, 4H? Maybe it's somewhat to do, it's somewhat to do with the fact that I get one recom talisman every god knows when. I have been streaming for 2 hours and 19 minutes and I've got one. Which faction is better to do? Neither. I mean, I probably mage realistically, but... Why exactly 1.6 bill? It's not exactly 1.6, that's just a number. It's somewhere around there. With no auto recoms? Yeah, that's rough. That's actually rough. They should have a better healing item than Wand of Atonement with Guardian Slayer. I mean, we already have a better healing item. It's called the Hyperion. Guardian Slayer will be well into where it's eclipsed by hype. It's a Flora Zombie Sword or Overflux. What? But Guardian Slayer is between Sven and E-Man. What are we talking about? Guardian's a mid-game Slayer. Like, for all the people that are thinking that Guardian's going to be, like, the new top Slayer, it isn't. It's not. Any tips for getting above Mythic and Agatha? Doing what? I mean, yeah, chills, but, like, doing what? Because you can get above Mythic with everything. Especially a chill hater. I did chills for 2 hours yesterday and got no auto recom. Yeah, I kind of feel you, man. I will be streaming tomorrow, yes. I kind of feel you, brother. My RNG's kind of garbage right now. Might have to go back to Hideon, I can't lie. Might have to go back to Hideon Leaf. Would you buy a healing wand for 3 billion and the wand will heal you up to max with a 3-second cooldown? No, that they wouldn't add that anyway. That just simply wouldn't be added to the game. Thoughts on summer? Don't like it. I'm more of a winter person. I like winter. And 1 hour of chills and got 8 recoms. I do not believe you. In the nicest way, I don't believe you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's impossible. Why are you wearing a hoodie in the middle of June? Because it's hailing. I live in the UK, where our weather's, questionable at best. Why the UK out of all places? I did not get to choose. Do you snowboard? I actually used to. I don't anymore because it's fucking expensive. And I don't live near to an indoor area anymore. I don't live near to an indoor slope anymore. 8 mil each, still got some in my backpack. No grinding pool, no grinding pool. Honestly, pool doesn't really make that big of a difference for early dungeons. I'll be 100% with you. He really won't make it that much faster. When are you going to stream tomorrow? Same time as today. Always put me down a black diamond. Yo, you got some good friends. You got some good friends. Learn on the job type of shit. There's special in contest now. There's been special for quite a while. I teach you so I get a free season pass. Oh, yeah, no, snowboarding's great, man. It's a lot of fun. It's like skateboarding, except you don't really get cuts, just broken bones. How much coins are you getting right now? Between 50 and 60 million-ish. Maybe between 40 and 60. I have said this so many times throughout the stream to you. I have answered your question like multiple times. I think it was you at least. That it's someone with a very similar profile picture. But like you keep asking every like half an hour, and the rates they're not really gonna change. Can I do that same? Probably. Like, you don't really need much. You need an axe, you need a black hole, a bunch of talisman, a bunch of, Can you come back here? Axe, black hole, bunch of attributes. Auto recon talisman, and I asked first time. Okay, there's one up there that you've asked. Hold up, let me scroll up again. There's the second one. So that was number 3. But yeah, if you're over 100 hunting fortune, bunch of attributes, axe and a black hole. I mean, you didn't answer all of that. I did. I have answered how much money I make so many times. Like, I think I say how much money I make from this probably every like 15 minutes. Like, genuinely. I think I answer somebody every 15 minutes. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. No need Heart of the Forest 6. No, you don't. If you've got enough money, you don't. But more... Actually, no, yes you do. What? What do you mean, no you don't? What? It's 50 Hunter Fortune. What? What do you mean, no you don't? Hold on a minute. Wait, what? Why would you not need what? Why would you not need 50 fortune? Huh? What? That's... Huh? I don't... Sorry, wait. I don't need Heart of the Forest 6, but why not? Why? What do you mean you... No, you do. What? If you have enough money, you don't need it to make that much. No, you still do. 50 fortune is 50 fortune. 50 fortune is a higher chance to get 3 drops. To get 3 shards per drop. Like, that is the difference between 100 fortune and over 150 fortune. Like, that's a... Like, 50 is a pretty big difference between... for the chances to get 3 shards instead of 2. How are you doing more than 50% damage? Well, because I'm not using a Hunt X. Like, even if you have over 100 Hunter Fortune, Heart of the Forest 6 still increases your rates. I feel like that just makes sense, no? Like, more fortune, more money. Yes, yes. Do a Slayer's Terminator on Iron Man. Nope. If you don't have Heart of the Forest 6, you don't get 71 base fortune at best. This is true. Increased by how much? 50. Heart of the Forest 6 is 50 fortune. Think hunting is going to die anytime soon? Probably not. Depends on what happens with Taurus Canyon. Well, I need to get to 500 mil as fast as possible. Okay. Just, okay, whatever, I guess. What pet you got? I'm using a black cat for speed. Before you say, oh, use a frog, it's not that good, man. It just doesn't do that much. How do you make solo damage on those mobs? By decreasing my damage as much as possible. I turn off attributes, I turn off potion effects, I use a tree capitator because it has no base stats. The only thing that Tree Capitator has for stats is rugged. Young Dragon has no base combat stats, so I put certain enchants or certain reforges on to make it that way. Black Cat also has no combat stats. And I'm using Sighted as my magical power stone because it has, once again, no damage stats. As for your question of can I make 50, 60 million coins now from chill shots without Heart of the Forest 6? No. Is my answer to you. Is going to be a resounding no. Is hunting affected by magic find? No, it's affected by hunting fortune. Are you going to fuse off stream? Of course. I mean, fusing is just extremely boring to look at. You're still doing too much. You can get Reaper armor. Yeah, Reaper or Mastiff armor are both really good options for doing less. Reaper does decrease you by a lot more. How much hunter fortune you got? On common shards, about 150. Any good money-making method you can suggest? I'm stuck in progression, got around 300 million and 1 bill net worth, but I got 400 hours of playtime. I mean, hunting is very good. Mining's a little bit out of price range at the moment. Farming is good. Mostly only with, what's his name? Beast at the moment now. Realistically, hunting is kind of just the early game method of dreams. I do Zealot for money because I am bad. Fair enough. Does the 10% extra hunter fortune on black holes get affected by fortune attributes? I believe it doesn't. I believe it affects fortune. I think as far as I'm aware, it's the other way around. Chillblade hunting works. Yeah, man. Playtime, just, by now will be about 100 hours. It's kind of hard to calculate it, but 108 minus... Okay, so no, we're still under 100. We're still under 100. For another 3 hours. So in 3 hours' time, I'll be over 100 hours of playtime. Farming without feast is still good because it's low effort. I mean... Yeah, I guess. I don't think that really counts as good. You got max hunter fortune? I do not. That is way too expensive. I think I'm missing what 15 hunter fortune? Yeah, about. No, not 15 actually. It's like 10. No, 9. 8. 8. I'm missing like 8 hunter fortune. Yeah. My bad. I'm missing like 8 hunter fortune. Would you suggest to get at least 100 hunter fortune, then start making money with hunting? Yes. Chillblade, I'm getting about 50 to 60 mil an hour. It's a little RNG. What are box shards? Anything that's got box in the name. Hideon box, Hideon... Oh, well, any of the box. Like, any of the shulkers. The shulkers are box shards. Like... Hideon Leaf, Hideon Box, Hideon... All of the Hideon ones. They're boxes. Paid 15 mil for 3 hunter fortune. You think that's a flex? Bro, just wait until you gotta pay like 300 mil for 3 hunter fortune. Best way to get Heart of the Forest XP? Breaking the big fig trees. Oh, is it 400 now? Yeesh. Bro, that shit keeps going up. I swear to God. So 60, 70 mil an hour is more realistic. No. No. Oh, wait, sorry. You're talking about shafting. My bad. I got like 3 conversations going on. What's the shard that gives your black coal fortune? King Cobra? Maybe? Keep dying to tier 3 void glooms. What can I do? I know nothing about your profile. I can't help you. Stop dying, I guess. Young Dragon? Yeah, speed. Young Dragon gives no base combat stats and gives speed, which means it's perfect for something where I'm trying to optimize low damage. Let's go! I get another one. About time. How much are they up? Are they still 9? Are these goobers still 9? Please tell me they're still 9. I kind of need that money. Yeah, that ain't right. No! 8.5? Disrespectfully, fuck you. Understandable, man. How can I get Heart of the Forest 6 in like 2 to 3 days? Heart of the Forest 5 currently. If it's taking you 2 to 3 days to get Heart of the Forest 5 to 6, then you've got a serious skill issue. That should take you like 4 hours. You should just break the big fig trees. What mod gave you the warning for auto recon? None. That's something that just comes that comes up in the chat. That's Minecraft. That's skyblock. That's just hypixel. How do you do powder without going insane? I don't. Unlucky, man. How tall are you? 6'3". As for the mob that highlights chills, it is Entity Highlighter. It is in Outgrow's Discord server. Lies? No. I am 6'3". Aren't you 5'4'3"? No. You listen to Juice? Not really. In metrics. I don't know, man. Whatever 6'3" is in that system. I am... Okay, what do you mean by 63 centimeters? What the actual fuck? Big trees better for XP? No, big trees are better for XP. You need 3 small trees to match 1 big tree. And unless your sweep is like 90, like unless you have like no sweep, you can cut down big trees pretty quick. You're spiritually 5'3". That's just not true, man. That's just not true. I am physically and mentally 6'3". Remember you saying you're 5'2" when doing E-Man? I most definitely didn't say that. I mean, I might have said that, actually. I might have said that. It's the mental that counts. Exactly. It's the thought that counts. That's what they always say. So if I think that I'm 6'3", then I'm 6'3". That's how that works. That's how that works. Physically, I'm 5'6", but that's not the part that counts. That's not the one that counts. I can't see how much damage I deal. It's because I have it turned off in no frills in here. The thing called no damage splash. Bark and I'll donate 20 bucks. Yeah, there's no way that's true, but woof. Woof, bark, woof. This is, can you feel the emotion coming through? Can you feel the effort? It's really coming through. Get scammed. Oh no. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh well. Why turn off damage numbers? Because I don't need to see them. What purpose do damage numbers have other than blocking my screen? Like they just make more clutter on the screen. Why would I want them? Funny? Not really. They don't serve any actual purpose. Why are you chill grinding with a 1 bill setup? You can make more than 15 mil an hour. Well, thank goodness I'm making more than 15 mil an hour then. Man. It would be terrible if I was making only 15 mil an hour, but thankfully I'm not. So I guess life is all good, right? I guess things are great. So, problem no more. The profit tracker says 30 mil an hour in 2 hours. Am I sick, Schizo? Yeah. Alongside the fact that chills are a fusion shard. It doesn't show the talisman? It doesn't, you're right. I use the profit tracker to track how many shards I've got, not how much money I make. Like, it's in which Discord? Outcrow. You've got to go to his YouTube, I believe. How much money per hour are you making? Between 50 and 60 mil. Once fusions are taken into account. Yeah, chills are decent. How much extra profit are chills when fused? Quite a lot. How are you going to do M7 with 1.6 mil? Bill? Because you don't need more than that. See, healer's a pretty cheap class. What do you fuse? I'm afraid I don't say any of that in streams. Videos are the only places that I say fusions. I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson from saying what I'm gonna fuse with, and then I end the stream and I go to fuse and it makes no fucking money. And because leaking to 2 different chats at the same time just doesn't work very well for me. Doesn't term cost like 700 mil? Not really. It's like 515. With decent stars. Brother, I'm playing healer. I'm playing healer, man. It ain't that deep. I'm playing healer at low kata, like it ain't that deep, brother. I'm not a DPS class. You need stars for healer? Not 4th. I'm gonna buy carries for E-Man 7. Like, it's a single M7 completion. I'm playing healer, and it's gonna be low kata, like... You do not need that good gear. You do not need all that much. Aren't you against carries? I am, yes. That said, E-Man 7 for this series is not a key part of the series. It is, or not a focus of the series. Second, I have just done 2 series with a major focus on Enderman Slayer. And I really don't want a third one. Like, I really don't want a third series where a large portion of it is taken up by E-Man. I'll be honest. You low-key have to, I just don't. What kata are you gonna get? I mean, kata 40 is ideal. Like, kata 40 is kind of the ideal. I'll start trying before then. I'll probably honestly start trying at 38. But 40 is more realistic. But the integrity. No integrity. E-Man, worst part of all profiles? I just disagree. I really like E-Man Slayer. How much Hunter Fortune do you have? On common shards, about 150. But I really like E-Man. I think it's fun. I just don't need to do it for a 3rd time. You doing it with Party Finder? Yep. What shampoo do you use? A minute. That one. While staring at the door with a shampoo bottle. Now he's gone, is he really 6'3"? In my mind. Oh wait, I need to face this to you guys. I gotta get the brand deal. Hold on. Wait. There you go. Sorry, I had to have the label faced. You know, I had to have the label facing. You know? I don't think brands are looking for a twink playing skyblock. I think you're wrong. I think that's exactly what the shampoo brands are looking for. Do you think the servers can handle raid-type bosses? Depends on how they do them. Right now? No. At this current point in time? No. Not a chance. Find myself have grinded 120 million. I'm not sure if I should go for a washed Divan set, plus some upgrades to my drill, or if I should go down the farming route with Helianthus. I mean, realistically, Helianthus. Realistically. So what is this place? This is the Wormgrave Tomb. You can farm chill blades down here. These fun little goobers. With base axe and black hole and witch mask, how much can I expect from that trick? What trick? Witch mask doesn't hit chills, by the way, just to say. When auto recon? I mean, 20 to 30 is probably doable. If you get 30 is on the lucky side. Why no balloon snake? I'm not entering dungeons until I'm finished with prep. Now bigger than Donut SMP again. Now that Donut SMP released the worst update known to man. It's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, maybe like this one. What you're doing? Yeah, maybe like 30 mil an hour on the lucky end, 20 mil an hour on the less lucky end. Are you still doing this shit? This is the second time that I've done chills in 2 weeks. You don't. I in fact do have an auto recon. We're on a 3-day time period because I want to start. Well, that's when Saturday is when the final episode of preparation comes out. So I gotta be done. I gotta be done by then. Can you swim? I can. I don't like doing it, but I can. You recon and young armor. Yeah, like 20 to 30 mil an hour. Like, you underestimate, yeah, maybe 30, no, maybe 20 to 40. Maybe I'll give it 20 to 40. I'll give it 20 to 40, I guess. Lasagna, pizza, or taco? Honestly, I'm here. I'm giving it lasagna. I gotta give it. Bro, that shit good, man. That shit actually good. Max axe, max black hole. I want, bro. Max axe isn't a thing. There is no max axe. That's not a thing. If you're not fusing, well, obviously you're gonna be obviously you have to fuse. There is max axe isn't a thing. You either want to be using tree capitator or a wooden axe. Tier 3 axe, don't use that. You'll be 2-tapping them. Tree capitator or wooden axe. You gotta optimize your damage to the point where you can 1-tap them. Don't use a hunt axe. A hunt axe will make you slow you down. Unseasoned chicken and white rice on flour tortillas. Real. I know lasagna, not good if it's not from a small store. Just homemade is good. But yeah, you want to use either a... It's good with itchy. No, it's not. It's just as good with... Oh, just as good with itchy, to be fair. I mean, I'd still just use something else, though. It's, like, it's just easier. It's just easier to use something else now. Less clicking. Less effort. Equipment wardrobe being worked on, as I said. Either that or Guardian. One or the other. Going for second set with Hellion full manted. No idea. I don't think so. Do you put beans on toast? Not really. And with all the hunting fortune shards. Bro, you're still missing Heart of the Forest 6, man. Like, you're still, like, you're missing, like, one of the big things. You're still missing that. And you can have every hunting shard in the world, you're still missing 50 fortune. Your rates are going to be worse. You can't get around that. You just cannot get around that. Your rates aren't going to be that as even... How long is Heart of the Forest 6? I mean, I'm slow and I got it in 13 hours. Especially seeing as I was streaming pretty much the whole thing. Like, fast rates are like 7 hours, but 10 is very doable. Yeah, 10 is very doable. Nine hours for me. Alright. Go for it, then. Right, I don't know how long it'll take you. I don't know whether you're good at foraging or how good your gear is. But as I said, 13 hours is fairly slow. Seven hours is fast. Go for something. No way you're still talking about that. Bro doesn't understand the concept that conversations can change and come back. Sometimes we can come back to the same topic. $13 hours from 1 to 6. That's how long it took me, yeah. It took me about 13 hours from Heart of the Forest 1 to Heart of the Forest 6. What do you need the money for? M7 gear. Or Blaze setup if I'm already E-Man 7. Well, if you want to make money, then Blaze, because E-Man doesn't do that. Keep in mind, Blaze is extremely expensive. Don't kill my hunting method, I beg of you. Too late. Just tell, will I be able to make 30 mil on low end without Heart of the Forest 6 and mid gear? Probably. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not on the low end. 30 mil is probably more on the mid end. 40 would probably be on the, like, if you get lucky. So probably not, no. Like, if you get... That's same. No, it isn't. Best way to level up a Greg. Foraging is extremely good. Glaciite Commission is extremely good. If you have a Hyperion, then Smoldering Tomb blazes. Rev Slayer is in fact absolutely dog shit for pet leveling. Ignore that person just ignore that person completely. What MP and gear should you get to Blaze tier 4s? To make money, about like 1600 to 1700 MP. Infernal Crimson, ideally a 100 mil to 1 bill Crown of Avarice. Most of your attributes finished. Greg, Chimera 5, Ragnarok Axe. And decent tier 3 daggers. Into almost 6 bill just from mining. GG. Mining is, in fact, good for money. This is true. Yo, Steve. What's good, what's good? How's it going? If your ping isn't 200 plus, of which most people's aren't, never gonna do mining in hypixel. I mean, never again, right? Like, as in, you're never gonna do it again. What's your ping? Between 100 and 150. I do have hype, though. I'm still rocking 3/4 Storm and Wither goggles for it. It's fine. In fake pixelated mining? Ah, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. There I made 6 bill. Okay. Trying to shell shots like you suggested, but I lost 9 mil from a spirit that spawned out of a trick or treat chest. Bro, doing combat methods without hunt, like, why do we not... Okay, if we don't have a cookie, why is our money not in the bank? Second, why do we not have a cookie? Gotta lock in, always need a cookie running. They pay themselves off. I mean, eventually, yeah. They don't pay themselves off early, but like 14 mil is really not that... Like 15 mil is not that hard to make. Like, you make so much more money than the cookie is worth in the amount of time that you... My bank is full because I'm holding money for a friend and I can't afford a cookie. That's how poor I am. Oh, okay, you should probably make getting a cookie your priority. Like, just go and do invisibugs for, like, literally, like, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe not 15, 20. Maybe it's close to half an hour. But... do something, like, or Hideon. Something that doesn't involve combat. And then just buy a cookie, like... It ain't that expensive. You can't live without one, it's like an addiction? Real? I mean, to be fair, I literally couldn't live without a cookie. Like, I keep all my money in my purse at all times. For video sakes. Like, for the sake of content, I keep all of my money in my purse. Banned, that's why I got on hypixel? Ah, I see. Yeah, well, welcome to hypixel. Welcome to the real one. Easiest and most brain-dead money-making method? I mean, yeah. Doesn't make very much money. Outside of Feast, at least. It's good outside. It's good in Feast. I wish cookies could be bought with bits. I mean, they technically can. You've just got to sell the bits. Just kill Blaze tier 4s with tier 2 daggers. I want to get to level 6 and get tier 3s. Honestly, just... either Fiery Crimson, Frozen Blaze, or something like that. Sorrow Chestplate if you need it. Decent bit of true defense. Like, 1200 MP. You can't sell bits. You, in fact, can do tier 4s with tier 1 daggers. Yeah, like, you kind of can, man. I just died too quickly? Then just get more true defense. You in fact very much can sell bits. Only items bought with bits, which is essentially the same thing. Like, now we're just splitting hairs. Like, that's essentially the same thing. I don't suggest doing tier 4 with tier 1 dagger. Well, no, obviously not. I'm proving a point. Tier 1 E-Man till Judgment Core. You can't drop a Judgment Core of tier 1s. Also, that wouldn't even be tier 1 E-Man till Judgment Core. That'd just be Zealot grinding, so no. XP? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not happening. How much you making an hour with chills? Between 40 and 60. Carry you till Blaze 6, trust? Bro's acting like it's hard to get Blaze 6. Like, are we real? Do you know how Inferno minions work? Yeah. I put one down, they don't give any combat XP. Why are you using Inferno minions for combat XP? Why are you using minions for combat XP? Wait, hold on. Wait, no, there's bigger issues here. Why are we using minions for combat XP? We got a bigger issue here. By the way, my slime minions give me like 10k a day, not 10 mil. I'm aware. From tier 1 and killing one last tier. Getting RNG meter from tier 1 and killing... You cannot get RNG meter from tier 1s. But just wondering why they don't give any. That I don't know the answer to. But... Oh no, because the items that they drop aren't combat. Like, they drop Gabagool. They don't give combat XP. It is not a combat XP drop. They don't give it because they don't drop it. Gabagool doesn't give combat XP. What mod for hunting profit tracker? Sky Hanny, although it's pretty useless. It's good for tracking how many shards you've got in an hour. For money, it's pretty useless. Mine only does foraging. That's probably because you have the foraging tracker turned on and not the hunting tracker turned on. I thought part what made... No, you're thinking of Rev minions. Rev minions are the pet leveling one. Inferno minions are the gambling one. Finally got a recon Runeblade Talisman. GG. Gambling is best? Technically, no. Inferno minions aren't that good anymore. Unfortunately. They are not very good nowadays. As far as I'm aware, both Rev and Tarantula is better than Inferno now. I guess downside, though, is that Rev requires a big co-op, so that's not so great. Wasted over 2 billion fake pixel. GG. But yeah, I mean, best minion, Tarantula. Tarantula is best for money. What makes them drop chili peppers? The fuel. I believe it's hypergolic. Gabagool. Yeah, I believe it's the hypergolic fuel that does that one. I don't see the appeal in fake pixel. Honestly, nor me. It's just people that can't play hypixel. Tarantula is a pain in the buttocks to upgrade. Every Slayer minion is a pain in the ass to upgrade. How much does Tarantula make? No idea. It is the best out of the bunch. As for how much it makes, yeah, I don't know, man. It's also really fucking expensive. You're not making your money back. I'll just say that. They make a lot. They make good money per day, but you're not making it back. People who don't have premium accounts and play on cracked launchers. This is true. Better to just do like mining or farming than having minions for money. Yeah, I agree. The other, to be fair, the only good minions are for people who are going for leaderboards. That's when minions actually come in clutch. Whether it's a collection leaderboard or an XP leaderboard, minions can come in very clutch for those ones specifically. Slime minions just aren't good for money though. There is so much better than slime minions. So, like, genuinely, there's so many better things for slime. I was born at a very young age. Yeah, no, man, that's pretty cool. I think I was as well. I don't know though. I don't do Tara if I'm leaving for a year. No, you wouldn't do Tara if you're leaving for a year because Tara is an AFK minion. So you'd probably do something else. Lily pad minions? What? Yeah, like they're just not going to be good in like 4 months' time. Lily pad is not going to be that good in 4 months. Tara's like 300k with hypermax setup each day, but depends on bazaar prices. You excited for the equipment wardrobe? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, mate. I can't wait. I forget minions can fill because of how long I've used slimes. That's not the reason that you AFK Tarantula. You AFK Tarantula just because it's more efficient. You get more drops if you AFK it. No, it's not about claiming them. It's about the efficiency of the minion. M7, early answer 2, and 3 PD, everything in a single video. I've searched the whole YouTube but did not find a single... Wait. I have a video idea for you to make a video on... M7, bro, I don't play dungeons. You are asking the wrong guy, man. I cannot do that. I actually can't do that. Like, I don't know, man. I'll be honest. I don't understand what half of those do. I don't understand what half of those actually even mean. Surely you're not going to make 600 mil in 3 days. Why not? 600 mil is not an insane amount to make in 3 days. It's 150 mil a day. It ain't that bad. We're acting like it's an ungodly amount of money. It is not. Didn't minions used to drop dies? They did. One thing I'm proud of. Will I essay? If so, then sell yes. By the way, I don't know what you're abbreviating with SA, but could you possibly stop? Because that's not a good 2 letters to put together. Just to let you know. S and A are not a good 2 letters to put together in as a single word. Shadow Assassin? I don't think so. Because that wouldn't make sense within that context. Playtime, Matt? We're just under 100 hours total. Want to say... Okay. But yeah, I'd request that you stop saying... Yeah, I'd request you put the Y at the end of it. Single-handedly, however you spell that, finance your grand resort island through ads. Hell yeah. It is a, man, it has not got great connotations. SA does not have great connotations. At all. Think minions dropping dice is a cool feature? I disagree. I strongly disagree. Like, a minion having a die takes the whole fun out of it in my eyes. Like, dropping a die is, or fucking, that's, like, that's something you get whilst you're doing an activity. If you just come back to your own, there's a die in your minion, like, oh, that's cool. Takes the whole excited. Should I tell what I am proud of? Absolutely. Is there a hunting Discord server? There is. It is on the description of my hunting guide. Why do I have so shit rates? I have 108 Hunter Fortune, and I have all the required shard max. Shit rates on what? Hey man, don't say that. Hey man, look, I know what you're trying to say, but once again, I've just told someone not to use that abbreviation. Same goes for you. Please don't. Oh, chills. I mean, how many shards are you getting per hour? I was once top 1 gemstone collection in... Yo, my god. GG. Yeah, it's not as bad as other abbreviations, you're correct, but it's not good. Why do I have such bad rates? I have all the required shard max. How many shards do you get per hour? I mean, a decent portion of the money is coming from, talismans anyway, but... Of which is largely just RNG based. You're bold. I'm not. I'm clearly not. Fun to play with friends until they get ratted and quit. Honestly, well, I'm a solo player. I am a solo player through and through. 24/7 game, and I had pain in my fingers for 3 days straight. Yeah, that just ain't healthy, man. Boldy says, "Hey man, you're the one that typed the message, so I don't know. You're the one that typed the message." I think they should remove co-op. I agree. I strongly agree. Co-op either needs to be reworked or just removed, man. It's so ass. It's actually just so ass. Got a Wheat Spaceman. Do I do it? I mean, yeah, I'd say so. You make good... Wheat Spaceman is the only Spaceman, as far as I'm aware, that you make profit on. Like, it's the only Spaceman that you can actually make money on. All the other ones just suck ass. Like, Wheat you actually get something from. Why are people hating on co-ops? Because they don't do anything good. The negatives far outweigh the positives, unfortunately. I'll be defenders, and miners. Wait. What? See it? I don't know. I mean, Seers and okay. Seers, Obsidian Defenders, Zealots, they're all down because of me. All of the end shards, they're all low. They are all low at the moment. That is my fault. Miner zombies might just be a skill issue, I'll be honest. But you're on the M7 profile. I am. As for the end ones, they're all down at the moment. Are co-ops with a friend good, or should I just play? Honestly, there's no benefit to a co-op. There really is no benefit to a co-op. Miner zombies are doing fine. That's why I didn't say they're down. That's why I said that's just a skill issue. Co-op bank. You don't need a bank. What do we need a bank for? Like, you literally don't need a bank until you have a G-Drag. You genuinely don't need a bank until you've got a golden dragon. But only 23 mil sell offer? Oh. Then yeah, the prices are down. Honestly, just, I mean, miners are a fuse anyway. Miner zombies are a fusion shard regardless. Same as chills. But like, genuinely, you get more out of playing with your friends on separate profiles than you do with playing on a co-op. I mean, look, at the end of the day, G-Drag or Hype first, it depends on what you do in the game. It really depends on what you do. Hype, once again, as I said, it depends on what you play. If you do dungeons or slayers, then probably G-Drag. Actually, yeah, no, just G-Drag in general. And one bill bank. I know. It's not, the price difference isn't insanely high. It's like 800 mil difference. And honestly, I think... How does bro get 23 mil for how many shards? Hold on. 3.4k. What do you fuse miner and chills with? Getting the for troglodyte, then quartz fang for the pull. Oh, they're losing money! Oh, they're losing money! Why are you still hunting? Because money. Okay, so you're going into troglodyte, then quartz fang. Brother, that's less... you're just losing money. What are we doing? Wait, then you're just losing money. And you're just... Wait. 3.4k miners straight is 43 million. So if you're only making 28 mil, then you're losing money from fusing. If you're only making 28 mil, then you are losing money from your fusion. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Like, sell offering 3.4k miners is 43 mil. Makes kind of fun. I made it so I need to get every dragon. Fair enough, fair enough. Like, my brother. Fusing willy-nilly doesn't make profit no matter what. Real. Out of interest, did you check the prices of, like... Did you check whether your fusion would make you profit, or did you just do it? Out of interest. Wait, what fuse is good for miner and chill? Look for yourself. $22 mil doing miners, but can't one-tap. That is unfortunate. You should be making more than that. Unless you have, like... I was doing it because you were before. Yo, that doesn't mean it's gonna work, man. I would like everybody in these chats to keep in mind. I am a content creator. I make videos. And if I'm doing a method, it's probably not gonna work. If I show a fusion, it's probably not gonna work. Just to let you know. You should probably check whether the prices still work or not. Because, like, you know, if I do a fusion on stream to a combined, like, 100 people, and then another 11,000 people see it in a video, it probably won't work anymore. Like, part of me wants to say I don't mean for that to sound patronizing, but I actually do. So. But yeah, like, please look at fusions before you do them. Just because you see somebody else do something. Just because you see somebody else doing something does not mean it's going to be the same. Looking is a virtue. Do you think you can make 100 mil an hour if you do the right fusions? Oh, this poor, sweet, sweet summer child. 100 mil? That's it? Should I tell you two things I'm not proud of? Absolutely. My friend, before I leaked the Cayman fusion, by the way, this is not the best fusion. Before I leaked that one, that was like 260 million coins an hour. That was 180 million coins an hour, insta-buy, insta-sell. Before I leaked it. You can make hundreds upon hundreds of millions if you find the right fusions. Why did none of my talismans get auto recommed? If I have it in my bag, is 300 talismans not got auto recommed? That's just unlucky. As I said, it is RNG. It's just unfortunate. Disappointed on. Wait, gambling never paid off. It rarely does. I'll be honest. That one Omni-Man meme. Oh my god. I will do one. I will do one. We've got a single RNG drop in 8,000 hours. That is absurd. Why don't you flip profits? Why don't you flip shards for profits on the side? Because I have a chat of people who can immediately kill that if I decide to do that and make me waste money. Because it's funny. And second, because if I do that, then it's not something that other people can replicate. Is there a website to check attribute fusions? There is. It's called Sky Shards. Omni-Man was more caked up. I can't fix that. Well, I mean, I can, actually. Hunter Fortune's about 150 on common shards, and I'm making about 40 to 60 mil. Spin an Archfiend. I'm good, actually. You know what? I'm good. I'm good. Pad your ass. I'm good. I'll pass. Are you 40? I might be. I might be. Equally, I might not be. But, like, I could be, man. I could be. How much is this setup? I mean... like 100 mil. Ish. I mean, you also do need the capital to be able to fuse. Like, you need the money to be able to fuse shards as well. So, I guess, depending on how much you do, you might need, like, a couple 100 mil to be able to fuse all your shards. I'm not gonna lie, you've been helping out a lot, so thank you. No worries, no worries. Oh. Yo. Does Wither Skeleton and Huntax work? Nope. You don't want to use... Wither Skeleton doesn't work. You don't want to use a Huntax. You want to use anything other than a Huntax, frankly. Any axe that isn't a Huntax. Are you hunting 25 yet? Yeah, just about. Just barely. Just got 3 scrolls and a shiny handle in 16 runs. God damn, that's... Wait. Bros are actually locked. Yo, fire, I'm doing chills now. No! Isn't Outcrow Premium IRL trading? No? He's not giving you anything. What? Which in-game item is he giving you? You're buying information. You're not buying any in-game items. $300 runs of M7 and got 1 handle. Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. No, it's not. That's fucking awful. Then again, I guess I don't know what drop rates are on Fake Pixel, like. I really don't know what drop rates are. What are you hunting for? Money. Using a nick? A what? They are the same. Oh, then yeah, that's rough, man. Can you explain the money-making method with chill skeletons? Yes. You run around and you stab chills, then you put them in your hole. And then they give you chill shards. Then you fuse those chill shards into something else. And then on the side of that, you get talismans. You get these guys. And then you craft those into runeblade rings. And you craft those runeblade rings into runeblade artifacts. But, wait. You see, before you can craft those runeblade rings into runeblade artifacts, you've got to wait and hope you get an auto-recombobulated runeblade talisman, which in order to get that, you require a auto-recombobulator, which gives you a 1% chance to automatically recombobulate items. Then, if you drop one of these, and it is auto-recombobulated, then you can craft that by putting it in the top left-hand corner, and then a bunch more of these, and you can craft that into an auto-recombobulated runeblade ring, and then you craft that into an auto-recombobulated runeblade artifact, and then that's even more money. Pretty much. With my RNG of fake pixel, I mean, I don't think you can physically do 2,000 runs without a handle because of RNG meter, so don't worry about that. In fact, you physically can't do that because of RNG meter. How are you making 24 mil an hour more than me? I don't know. How much are you making per hour? 40 to 60 mil. Depending on RNG. 40 mil on the low end, 60 mil if I get good luck. They just added meter, then yeah, you definitely won't be getting the same luck as you got on fake pixel then. Like, you physically can't go that many runs on hypixel without dropping something. That's just not possible. Fuse the shard and then sell those, pretty much, yeah. You could if you don't set RNG meter, yeah, but like, why would you not set RNG meter? That's just a bad decision. What is fake pixel? It's basically hypixel for people that don't have a premium Minecraft account. Basically, hypixel for people that can't play hypixel. Is the best way to put it. Except it's significantly behind. Saying recommed rings and rings normally is more money than artifacts. As far as I'm aware, recommed rings just don't really sell, though. Or at least from my testing. Premium Minecraft account is one that you paid for. It's just 1 year behind. That's quite far behind. A year is quite a lot. What do you mean it's only a year? You've only just got RNG meters. What do you mean only a year? We've had RNG meters for like what, 4 years, 5 years? Yeah, what do you mean only a year behind? What? Kudra's going to be added. Kudra was added 4 years ago. What do you mean only a year behind? Kudra was 4 years ago. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's more than that. Yeah, 5.5 years ago for RNG meter. Kudra was 4 years ago. That is not a year behind. So it's 4 years behind it. That is quite far behind. They don't get paid for updates? I'm aware of that. But, as I said, fake pixel is extremely far behind hypixel. Have stuff like hypixel doesn't like tier 5 Sven? I have no idea. You can check ring prices that are off stream and see if it makes more money though. I'm pretty sure it does though. Yeah, but my point is I don't, from my testing, the rings just don't sell. Is the fuse with Hideon Leaf and Chills good? Do you have access to a calculator? Yes, yes. Like, I just haven't been able to sell a recombobulated ring. No, sir. No, sir. Me broke. No internet. You don't need internet to use a calculator. What? Yeah, Fake Pixel is in fact not an alpha server. It is its own server. Rings usually have a 5 to 6 to 7 per recon, make 800. Damn. They just don't sell for me. You lucky shit. No calcs. Thanks for the brackets for explaining that. I had no idea what calc could have possibly meant. I really appreciate it. I do appreciate the help there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Fake Pixel has a small community too. Well, yes, because it's the fake version. Obviously, it's the knockoff of hypixel. Like yeah, it's gonna have a small player base. Look, Discord, you can see it. I mean, don't worry, man. I trust you. I trust you. Are you using a nickname? I am not. I try my hardest not to nick. Although, from time to time. If I end up getting griefed a bunch, then yeah, I do nick. But I try not to. Like, there have been very few occasions I've actually had to properly nick. You gonna sell the chill shards later? Yeah, I'm gonna be fusing them off stream. I think. I'm pretty sure I have enough money to fuse them at least. Doing good today? Yes, yes. How are you? Throw you some slang. If you really don't know, I can explain. The word calc is short for calculator. You're welcome for the help. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Doing God's work out here. Doing God's work. Actual dictionary. Genuine, like, actual, like, translator, right? We got Google Translate over here. Depending if some words can be wrong, I noticed. Don't worry. It's all good. I can usually understand what you're saying. What's 20,000 times 5? I ain't even answering that. I ain't even answering that. Recruiter, should I get hype or term first? Absolutely term. Fire, it's 100k. Yes. I'm aware. Of course you don't want to answer, you don't have a calculator. Damn, you're right! Wait. I've got to open up my calculator. I actually do have it open. I kind of forgot I was using it earlier. I forgot I was using my calc earlier. What floor does hype fall off for in master mode? 1. Wish me luck. What do you mean banking on? Did you not do the... Hold on, chat. I gotta know if they've made a mistake here. Hold on. Hideon, Leaf, and Chill. Wait a sec. What does that make? Hideon Gift. Oh, you're about to lose a lot of money. I know what that one is. You're about to lose a lot of money. You're about to lose a lot of money. That one does not... That one is not profit at all. But one thing to... please add a Y onto the end of say. Please, man. I'm begging. I'm begging. Add a Y onto the end of that whenever you type it. Please. If you can't keep that in mind, I'm gonna have to remove you from the chat. Like, please. You have to let this one play out. They have to learn. No, I'm not letting that one play out. That one's terrible. I am not letting that one play out. How much would you say Eman Slayer setup costs? Like 800 mil. For a slow one. It's habit in talking. Sorry, I will say now. Thank you. I'm sorry, man. It's just that it's something that you just can't say. What if I'm on about... Doesn't matter. You say Shadow Assassin. I mean, adding armor after it, I guess, kind of fixes the problem, but... No, it doesn't. No, the hell it doesn't. Do Hideon Leafs? I probably will do some off-stream. Just locked on chills at the moment, you know? How many we got in here? 9,121. Fuck me. That's a lot. How are you again? Ruining favorite shard prices? I mean, chills are one of my favorites. I've talked about chills a hell of a lot. Hideon Leaf another fusion one. They don't have to be. They make good money on their own. Why are we farming chills in the big 26? Because they make a lot of money. They're fun, and they're fun. They involve gambling, and they make good money. So, I mean, why not? Have a hype and a term. Should I try hunting? Depends on whether you want money or whether you want to progress. Hunting is good for money, but it gives you basically no progression. I'd probably say go on classes. Hideon Leaf is one of the few shards that is good on its own, but better with a fusion. It's one of very few. Do Hellwisps still make good money? I don't know. Did you do something in dungeons yet? I have not. This is currently no dungeons. I'm waiting until I was waiting until I'm fully prepped with dungeons before, well, prepped to start before I go into dungeons. Moving from pure endgame to early game is not fun. See, that's where we differ. I'm the complete opposite. Like, I hated endgame. Like, there's literally nothing to do at endgame. It's just not enjoyable. We'll start when you're doing dungeons. I mean, the speedrun started when I started the profile. I'll just make an hour. Between 40 and 60 is what I'm getting. New shards yesterday. I'm at 156 max shards. GG. But yeah, honestly, like, I'm of the opinion that endgame is just not fun. There's literally nothing to do. Like, you could grind money, but what's the point in having money when there's nothing to buy? Or you know, you could do an activity, but it doesn't do anything for you. Like, you get no progression. So there's no point in doing that. And, you know, you could be like, oh, but you get money from it. But, like, what's the point in that? Because you have, once again, you have nothing to buy. Endgame is pure power, nothing can kill you. Yeah, but after, like, 3,000 hours, that just gets boring. Like, it gets boring after a while. Is there a way to fuse shards faster? Other than Sky Hanny fusion keybinds? No, not really. Like, you know, once you've been endgame for long, once you've been a god for long enough, you become bored. Power's only fun temporarily. When there's no challenge anymore, when there's no challenge, there's no progression, when there's just nothing. Like, when you're just playing for the sake of playing, then suddenly the game's no fun anymore. Endgame Iron Man much more enjoyable, but I mean, even that will get boring after a while. Endgame's fun for a little bit. But then it slowly starts to lose its fun. Power fantasy is only enjoyable for a bit, until it becomes your normal. Like, once you don't feel powerful anymore, then the power fantasy loses its fun. Once being that strong is just your norm, then it's not fun anymore. That's why you've avoided your stuff? Yeah, there's nothing to do. With 0 friends, it's not fun. I mean, even with friends, it gets boring after a while. And competing for who is best, it's fun. But after a while, even that just gets boring. Your game looks a bit dull. Can you turn on full bright? No. Because you are in the minority. Steak and eggs for dinner? Ooh, that's kind of nice. Different areas look different. This area just happens to look dull because it's grey. It's grey with blue lighting, so obviously it's going to look dull. It is a cool area. Like, in terms of colours, it is cool. It is not a warm... It's not warm lighting. So yeah, it's going to look dull. That's just how lighting works. Full bright will just make it look more boring. It looks cold, like a cave for some reason. But yeah, like full bright will just make it look more boring because it gets rid of that little bit of lighting that it has. Per hit Takadas, but I did with a bouquet of lies and the axe, and I was dealing 6k only. That's because I was using something called a Guardian Pet. Guardian Pet is fucking overpowered as all hell. And Mythic Guardian is unbelievably OP. In fact, I didn't have any weapon in my axe. I didn't even have a weapon in the axe. I had the axe, so I didn't kill the mob. That's the only reason I even used a hunt axe for Carters. It's literally just so I couldn't kill it. If I redeemed handstand mid-dungeon run, would you do it? Yeah. Which perk of Guardian? The first one that zapped your enemies for 120 times your intelligence. The reason that it only did 300k is because it was capped. It was capped at 300k. That's the reason it only did that much damage. I do over 1 million with a Guardian hit. Hence why I used the hunt axe so I didn't one-tap the cutters. The Guardian Pet is fucking busted. And I love it. You're gonna abuse the living hell out of it until the day that the admins finally nerf it. Which they will. Like, there is no way the Guardian goes unnerfed. I heard there'd be more things that come to hunting which would boost hunting rates even more. Yes and. What mod do you use? It's called Entity Highlighter. It's in Outcrow's Discord server. More things in hunting doesn't necessarily mean better rates. What does it do? A stupid amount of damage for an early game player. I mean what? I should not be able to one-tap a tier 4 rev right now, but I can. I can one-tap a tier 4 rev as an out-of-dungeons left-click mage. Kind of funny, right? Kind of funny. I am skyblock level 78, and when I'm doing Rev Slayer, I play LCM. Just better rates just mean less profit because it's easier to get. Pretty much, yeah. Hunting actually might become worse. What does the Guardian do? A fuck ton of damage. Its first perk is really strong. How much do you make with tilt shots? About 40 to 60 mil. How are you still streaming? Because I am. One-tapping bosses is fun. Can you please tell me what will be your gear for dungeons when you start doing them? Terminator, whatever the best armor set is. I'll probably use Necron. I'll probably use Frozen Blaze early and swap to Necron after floor 7. Skeleton for pet. About 850 magical power and a bunch of other random little items I'll be using. How much you make with the... Gonna lose it. I'm actually gonna lose it. To watch Fiend Dice and 7 tier 3 Blaze is good. Yes. Very. Oh, I'm out of space. Okay. Well. Guess I sell some of these. What is a Nessie and Galatea? It's a fishing mob. And yes, it's rare. I don't think you'll be able to go above M4 with that. I do. I would respectfully tell you you're incorrect. And that gear is plenty enough for me to complete an M7. How much you making? Don't sell them? What if you get an auto recommed? Surely I don't have spares, right? Frozen Blaze? Yeah, Frozen Blaze is good. You have more E-chest slots. Correct. But, I mean, you know, I know my luck. I'm not gonna get enough auto recom talismans to use all of those up anytime soon. Oh, these do sell. Who would have known? 325k for Legendary Guardian worth. No. Level 100 Mythic Guardian's the only good one. Legendary is not very good because of its the perk isn't even close. I think it's like 22 mil for a mythic or something. It's not very expensive. Yeah, so what level 100 mythic zaps for 120 times your intelligence. A level 100 legendary only does 20 times your intelligence. That's got to be a mistype on the admin's part. That's got to be a mistake on the admin's part, right? Surely that's got to be a mistake, right? Like they can't have meant to do that. That has to be a mistake. Like that's got to be that cannot be real. There's no way that that's not a mistake. There's no way that's not a mistake. How long are you gonna do chills? Well, I was planning to stop 47 minutes ago, and then I forgot. So, I don't know, actually. I don't know, actually. You raise a good question. Who's live? Oh, hey, Rachel's live. Wait a second. How much making with it? Yeah, I'm ending. Yeah, I'm ending before another person can ask me how much I make with this. I'm ending before someone else can ask me that damn question. I'm gonna lose it. There's 72 people here. What the actual fuck? Why are there 72 people watching me kill skeletons? What? Alright, chat. I'm getting rage baited. Alright. How much do you make with chills? Alright, goodbye. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm finished with all of you. I'm done with all of you. I'm done with all of you. Alright, goodbye, chat. It's been a pleasure. I will be back tomorrow. We'll maybe doing chills again. I don't know. Depends on how either my shards sell. They probably won't. Lolo, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'll see you tomorrow. We probably won't be doing chills tomorrow. I don't think my shards will sell. Like, I've got like 10,000 to fuse. They ain't selling. I like your yap in the background. Hey, I'm raiding on Twitch. How much are you making? Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, goodbye.